SGL. You know what time it is? It's Sunday night. It's a special night. We have an insane doubleheader lined up for you here. We got two grand finals to end season 10.5, and we are going to kick off with the premier grand final between El Matador, representing FC Dallas's fans, and KC Cauldron, representing Sporting KC's fans. This is the only Mazar. I'm going to be commentating both matches for you tonight, but I will not be alone. With me in the commentary booth is Palace of La Cinco Doce. Palace, we've been talking about this matchup, and it is something we're very much looking forward to, aren't we?
Yeah. The time has come for me to crawl out of my my hole in the ground and commentate my what's it called? My seasonal one game per season. And so I'm here. Man, we're out here. It's a Sunday night. Man, season 10.5. 10.5, the number in between 10 and 11. And we got two of them, so that's 10.5 times 2. Now, what's 10.5 times 2? Some of you astute math students, I'm not looking at you, Playboy Farty, because you'd be sleeping and being on Discord in class. Some of you may realize that number is 21. Now, what does 21 have to do with anything? If you're 21, you can sit back, you can have a nice drink during this final, because this is going to be fun. So it should be a lot more fun if you're having a nice drink, if you are above the age of 21 or age 20 in Canada. Is that the age? I actually don't know what y'all's age is.
It's 21 as well.
Oh, it's 21? Okay. Yeah, so if you're above age 21, or if you're in Mexico and you're 18, man, kick back, grab you a cold one unless you're straight edge, and just enjoy this. We already got a team in the lobby. You know, we're out here, man.
Absolutely. And speaking of teams, let's talk about the journey both of these teams have had throughout this whole mini season. One team going from the top all the way, the other team starting from the bottom, and now they're here. This is a tale of two different teams with two completely different journeys. I mean, El Matador, they've been romping this whole division throughout their journey to the final. What are your thoughts on that team?
Yeah, as somebody who has fallen victim to them, sorry, they all just left the match and I don't know why.
But it's okay, I'll take care of that.
But yeah, as somebody who has fallen victim to this team, when they get on, they don't turn off. What I mean by that is once they get rolling, you can't stop it. It's like a train running downhill, with no brake, and the conductor is off of that thing. So yeah, you can't let them get momentum. The thing about them is that they are much improved from last season, and I'm not even talking about like just the last season where they were split up. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the seasons in the past where they have won championships. They are improved from that. Luis has been grinding nonstop. That man plays in about 7 leagues. I don't know how he does it. I can barely keep up with SGL, and even then, I sometimes want to, not be alive. But then, on top of that, you got Huey. Well, actually, first off, before we get to Huey, we got to talk about Caesar as well, because Caesar has also been on one. It's like that guy in One Piece. I think his name was Dosen. In the arc in the Fishman Island arc, he was a fishman who, the drunker he got, the more powerful he got. And I feel like that's Caesar in a nutshell. You never know what he's going to do, because he's the most unpredictable player I've ever seen in my life. And honestly, the more chaotic the game is, the more Caesar thrives. But that brings me to Huey. This man has been grinding. He has been grinding like crazy, and it has been paying off. And so it's really exciting to see him get the start. because he is a completely different player than the one who was losing 1v1s to me. So yeah, it doesn't look like he's ever going back to that place. So much love to Huey. And I feel like I got to talk about the KC Cauldron team before we do anything else, because I see them in the lobby. All players are in the lobby. The Cauldron, as someone who has also just fallen victim to them, they are also pretty unpredictable, but not in the sense that El Matador is, as in they just thrive off of chaos. KC, you know what they're going to do. They love to go for passes. They love that side of things, and they love to be physical as well. The thing is, you cannot predict, when they throw in that little fake, when they throw in that little hezzy right there. They're so good at lulling you into a sense of complacency and then just all of a sudden turning it on. Serrano has been executing on a pretty different level as well throughout this playoffs. And so, yeah, I feel that this is going to be... I think this is going to be different from the first time these two teams played, because as you guys saw in the table or in the bracket, they played each other in the first round where El Matador, pretty convincingly beat them. But I don't think this is going to be the same.
Yeah, you know what? It's a grand final at the end of the day, and it's going to get a bit unpredictable. And it all depends on how game one goes, because it's all about making that first impression. You want to get that momentum on your side, and Rocket League's a very heavily momentum-based game. So you got to start strong, and both these teams are now in the lobby, Palace. We are going to get started very soon. Here we go.
Okay, my first question is, I'm not even going to talk about that kickoff right there. My first question is, why is Caesar not in? What's he up to? Yeah, man. First thing I noticed right here is Luis is just all over the field. He's all over the field. He's bumping you into your net. He won't give you a break, and he does not care. He's gonna woulda save you. He won't woulda save you. He'll say go for it, and then he'll just let Huey do all the work, man. This guy is unavoidable.
So good for El Matador. What a fast start from them, straight from kickoff. KC Cauldron really struggling to impose themselves. They might concede a second right here. Fatality all over the place. And now it's Luis's turn to get involved in the goals. Huey with the first, Luis with the second. This El Matador team is starting off super strong. KC Cauldron still barely out of first gear. 2-0, and we've not even played 30 seconds.
I almost said the brakes have fallen off the train already. Did the train even come with brakes to begin with?
Did the train even leave its station?
Exactly. It's just on a hill somewhere. No brakes. It's already going down. It's already straight down the hill. But luckily for the Cauldron right there, oh my god, Wicca. I really thought that was about to be 3. But Wicca has missed. But it's okay, because not for the Cauldron. El Matador are still on the attack. Huey shot off the crossbar. Luis is there because of course he is. But luckily for the Cauldron, Wicca was at a boost and didn't have the momentum to turn on that.
It's really interesting to see the Cauldron start off this slowly. I mean, I haven't seen them start this slow in a while. But for El Matador, they couldn't have asked for anything better. We've already talked about Luis and Huey extensively, Palace. What about Wicca? He struggled big time in the last match against your Lasico Dose. How do you find him to be in this grand final so far?
I mean, I think he's been fine so far. He's always in the right positions. That's one thing about Wick. He's always in the right positions. It's just sometimes the execution isn't there. But when he gets into the positions to create pressure on the other team and allow for his teammates to have room to do stuff like that, for example, with Luis, going for a bump play, stuff like that. But hold up a minute, because Serrano is now on the scoreboard for the Cauldron and it's 2-1.
And just like that, KC Cauldron got the break they were looking for. Huey desperately looking to go for the ball. Serrano with a ground double. Okay, Serrano, I see that. You know what? You get your goal no matter how it works out. Even if it's a little messy, a little chaotic, a goal's a goal at the end of the day. And guess what? It's Serrano, the savior for Casey Cauldron when the going gets tough. He is inspiring a comeback potentially, but now they got to defend yet again. That shot barely off target. Casey Cauldron, though, are still in this game.
Went for the single jump flip into the shot. Unfortunately, the timer had run out. But Luis over to Wick. Wick can't quite connect on it. Had to backflip. Was just a little behind it, but now Serrano. What does he have right here? Fakes the reset to Smitty under Luis, and we are tied. That was very, very nice.
The creativity is out in full force. Serrano doesn't get the flip reset. Not that it matters. He gets the sweet touch to set up a sweet finish for Smitty. And from 2-0 down, Casey Cauldron are back. 2-2, game on.
That ground double might not have been completely intentional. That sure as hell was. That was very, very nice. Serrano, well done. But now they got to defend against Luis. Over to Wick. Wick doesn't have the boost to get there or the speed as it is cleared out now over to Huey. But Huey hits it straight up for fatality. You never want to do that. Luis has it covered though. Luis over to Wick. Now for Smitty. But Smitty, see, this is what I mean, man. It's so hard to, like, Casey will just miss the ball out of absolutely nowhere when you plan for them to hit it because you know they can hit it, and then they just miss, and then all of a sudden you're on the back foot.
But right now, it's a midfield battle, and Casey Cauldron have won it. Smitty looking for the shot. Luis there to get the 50, but Serrano looking for the finish. And Huey dives in to get the ball away and kickstart the counter. He's up in the air. He's been so impressive up in the air this season. This time around, though, Casey Cauldron shut the door on him. And now it's El Matador's turn to defend. Great back and forth affair. The pace is quickened after the first half. And now both teams are really going for it. No one's really trying to play it safe. Serrano fails to get the musty. Not that it matters. His team is still set at the back. And now...
Yeah, he didn't really have any other options right there. He just kind of had to throw it out there and just hope the ball went far. Yep. But luckily for him, his team's back on the attack. Luis with the save. Serrano challenges one. Gets a touch off the ceiling. But Huey, wary of the danger, gets his challenge in position right there. Nobody there for the Cauldron. Fatality had cheated up just a little bit too much and couldn't get something on that. Now Luis versus Serrano. Luis goes for the bump. Serrano misses Fatality off the backboard. But now back out to the middle. And now something starting for the Cauldron, but never mind. Nope, it's Huey. Of course it's Huey. Of course it is.
But the thing is, this game can turn on its head so quickly. It's like a coin that keeps flipping nonstop. You can't tell if it's going to land in heads or tails. And right now, this has been an insanely back and forth affair. As Thorgold, who just comes into the chat, tells us both are good. They're definitely showing their full repertoire right here. And now the game settles into this cagey 50-50 affair.
Huey.
Really awkward right there, pal. Somehow El Matador get away with it.
If Huey doesn't get that touch, it's 3-2. Almost 3-2 on the other end, but couldn't steer that shot on target. But now it's open in the middle. Who has it? Fatalities first. Huey on the goal line. Gets it to the corner. Luis only as far as Smitty. Wick is up. It's over to Luis, but he doesn't have boost. Can he get to this ball? No, it will drop, and we have overtime in game one.
How fitting is it, pal? Like game one kicks off with overtime between these two sides. And this time it's Casey Cauldron who gets the favorable kickoff. Smitty going for the slow bump play. Doesn't work out. Fatality couldn't get the finish as well. El Matador trying to keep it away from the blue net, but they have to defend for their lives right now. Casey Cauldron have the boost and the control. Can El Matador impose themselves with the ball in the other end? They get the cross into the middle. Wicker cannot get there. Luis off the backboard. Huey for the finish, and Fatality gets it out.
How did that not go in?
Oh my
What?
God.
Oh man. Okay, what's going on, bro? That colossal throw right here in game one from El Matador. Open net, straight right here. Oh, that's unfortunate. The side flip off the wall from Wick. No, I hate to see that. I hate to see this game end like that. But it's only game one. We got 7 games, potentially 14. So if you're El Matador, no reason to be concerned. That being said, I wonder if they'll make a sub.
I mean, we shall see. This was such a good start for El Matador. You think they take over and take control, but Casey Cauldron grew right into it. And I think now El Matador has to respect the Cauldron. They will grow into this match. They won't just, get dusted. and you have to be on the lookout. You have to stay switched on at all times. El Matador have had a good game right here, but then Casey Cauldron started getting the breaks their way. That last moment, though, oh, that's so painful. Like, you don't want to see that, but it has happened. And now it's El Matador who need to bounce back and turn this into a best of 5.
100%. Unrelated side note, I've just seen that first goal from Serrano, the one that was the double off the ground. Yeah, man, I'm going to go out on a limb. That was not intentional. Bro whiffed the shot, and it went straight down, but luckily his car fell on top of it. Serrano, I'm on your ass. Pause, not like that. But I see you. I see you out here. 2 goals. Actually, did he have 2 goals? I don't remember. Wait, hold on a minute. Let me cheat. Oh, no, just 1 goal, but 1 assist. It was an assist so good that it might as well have been a goal. But we got... Ooh, Maz, you want to tell us who you see in the lobby? I see someone in the lobby.
Before we do, I got to make sure everything is set right here. Because we have someone who's not supposed to be in the lobby right now. Okay, now we're set. I don't want to spoil this. I want it to play out. I want everyone to see who is coming in.
Chat, let's be real. Chat probably already knows who it is. The fact that I'm not saying his name. It is indeed Lord of Darkness, he who shall not be named, a.k.a. Colin Coup Voldemort. Smitty starting off with the shot straight at the goal and straight at Huey. Huey gears up for a bounce dribble right there. Lyco Khaled gets the 50, but can't steer it on target. Luis takes it slowly in the corner, but Smitty sees Coup coming in and just gets the ball out of danger.
This is Coop's first ever appearance in Season 10, and what a time for him to appear in the grand final, and he had to deal with some defending, but that whiffed finish gets him away from dealing with potentially his worst case scenario right there. And now El Matador on the counter, Luis and Huey leading the way, and Serrano gets it out to the right flank. Smitty, oh my god, that's a big whip! Coop towards the net, he's looking for a double! He couldn't get the touch. Oh my goodness, that was ready to pop off right there, pals. What a start that could have been for Coup and El Matador.
I was about to tell Serrano to pack it up if he got dunked by Coup right there. I'm here to roast everybody while at the same time providing commentary. Man, this is fun. I'm having a great time.
I'm absolutely glad you are. This has been an absolute barn burner of a matchup so far. It's only game 2 right now. Coup looking for the challenge, bumps Smitty away like a charging Dexter Lawrence. And now it's a matter of starting to try and move the ball forward, but now that they are tracking back immediately. Smitty with a solo effort, pass towards the middle. An awkward moment between Coup and Luis, but the ball gets away from the net. That's all that matters. Big Defiance, Luis with the 50. Smitty dunks on him, and Casey Cauldron take the lead in game 2. Smitty doing all the work, but not without the help of those 2 demos.
Serrano, an absolute wrecking ball. Who did he demo? He got Huey first and then Coup? Because Luis almost got there. He got the 50, but nah, man. Great control, great poise from Smitty to be able to take that 50 from Luis, because Luis does have very good 50s, but Smitty was just stronger right there.
And that's what matters. In your 50s, you have to stay strong, and for that, you need to get your car in the right position. Smitty definitely did that. Second chance there for Cauldron to get the goal. They couldn't really get anything going right there, but Serrano towards the middle. El Matador on the back foot right now. This is in complete contrast to how game 1 started for them. They are really struggling to take control. Some will say it's because of the Coup substitution, but even then, El Matador just look out of sorts.
This should be 2-0 right here, but Smitty had cheated up too far. Luckily for El Matador, yeah, Luis is on the case. Coup over to the corner. Fatality whiffs. Coup can't quite get the second touch, and nobody's there in the middle. Fatality hits it over Luis, but luckily Huey is there. Huey has an open net.
Oh my
Huey
God.
has an open net, and it's 1-1.
And just like that, you gotta count your blessings when you get him. Huey with a big open net, the third cheating up, hoping for the 50 to be won. It didn't happen. Huey punishes Casey Cauldron, 1 apiece. In this second half, can we see the same level of intensity for both teams as we saw in game 1? We shall see. It's a good start for El Matador, though.
I'm trying to figure out, why was the net open? Was somebody bumped? I couldn't tell if somebody got, hold up a minute, Smitty. Louis got...
No, fatality cheated up, Palace.
Oh, he cheated up. Okay, because I thought somebody got bumped. That's the only conceivable reason why that net should have been so wide open. But Luis with the shot. What a save from Serrano. Read the crossbar bounce. Golly, I cannot speak English today.
It's fine. There's so much action going on. It's tough to keep track of it all. What an insane defensive moment right there for Serrano. Could that be the turning point for the Cauldron as they look to regain momentum? Right now, it's El Matador with everything on their side. Big bounce up, Huey with the shot. Smitty with a clutch save. Couve trying to keep the attack going off the corner to Luis, who has the ball at the backboard looking for the bumps. Nobody else there. But for now, El Matador has the territorial advantage. Can they get the ball off of Smitty? They cannot. Zero boost. Smitty bringing it into the blue half. And the shot into the open net. Fatality has Smitty to thank for all of that. It's Cauldron leading 2-1 with 71 seconds remaining.
All things even themselves out in the end. You had a third cheating up for the Cauldron, and now you have a third cheating up for El Matador. Once again, man, I'm disgusted. You know why? Because I almost got to call out the 1-1-1-1-1-1-1, but then they scored and made it 2. So it was 1-1-1-1-2. I hate you guys.
I don't know if you're going to keep hating them for much longer, because the action is starting to wrap up. Look at the demos. Look at the bounces. KC Cauldron are running the show in every facet. El Matador looking second best, 3-1, and this looks very likely to be KC Cauldron's game.
Yeah, man, that's that classic KC Cauldron physicality right there. It's just fatality with the demo to just open everything up, and that net was just wider than debit at a Pittsburgh Penguins game.
I don't know.
I'm talking about because it's because they got the hockey stick with the beer, and so I'm saying he's got a beer belly after drinking all that.
Okay, that's what I wanted to figure out, because that could have gone in every which way. Yeah, debit. I agree with that pardon. Because hold up.
No. You guys got to get your minds out the gutters, man. And speaking of somebody who's got to get out the gutters right now, it's Luis. I want to see a double, triple flip reset right here, but fatality is just insta challenging.
Oh, look at Serrano.
Yeah, no, all of them are just up in the air.
With the clock down to the final 10 seconds, it's now or never for El Matador. Couve diving in, just couldn't get a clean touch. But this is definitely KC Cauldron's game in the bag. After their rough start in game 1, they now take control. They're up 2-0, and chat, they are looking very likely to take us to a bracket reset. And you know what, for the Cauldron, given how they started this whole season, getting swept by El Matador, they must feel incredibly vindicated with this 2-0 win so far.
Yeah, speaking from experience, I've been on a team this season. For some of you guys who may know, I'm on a team. My team this season was in this exact same position. And then El Matador called in the big guns. So you can't get too complacent right here if you are the Cauldron. You gotta take each game as it comes right here. El Matador, it should be said, El Matador is making a sub right now. Unfortunately for all of you Couve lovers out there, Couve is no longer in the game. I'm not going to say who's in the game, but Couve is no longer in the game. But you gotta, what's the word I'm looking for? You feel good about where you are, but you know you cannot get comfortable because we made that mistake.
And because of that, Wicca comes back in for Couve. Here we go, game 3. This is it for El Matador. They need something to stand a chance at winning this first matchup. As a reminder of KC Cauldron, we are going to get a bracket reset. What a save! Wicca making his impact felt already. That was bound to be 1-0 to the Cauldron, but Wicca makes a big goal line save.
Wick was in the packs in the 8 minutes he was not in the game. Now Serrano over to Smitty. Smitty to the backboard, but Wick able to get it to the corner right there. Who does he have? Luis has it. And now he's got control. Well, kind of control. Is able to get the dunk on Smitty. but Huey not able to steer that on target, but that's okay. Goes off the backboard. Wick up in the air. Luis Serrano is going to be the first one to get there, and now it's going to go out to the middle where Smitty is going to try to start something, or at least just harass Huey in the corner.
And just checking out chat, Palace, look who's in there right now. Saikugo making his appearance. It's been a long time since we've seen Saikugo hang out with us in the stream and in SGL in general. Welcome back, Saikugo. Hopefully we get to see you play again for season 11 and beyond. But for now, enjoy the show that both these teams are putting on right here. And speaking of chat, we got some good activity in here as well. Mike Knife as well, the OG.
Oh, let's
Turn
go.
it up. Hey, yo, what a night we have here so far, guys. To go with a bunch of new faces as well, like Turnt and Adifo and Cyber Burn as well. Got a good number of people showing up right now. Incredible vibes in the chat.
Christian Dior, Nixon Fur. Welcome in, New York. It's good to see you.
Saikugo say, still waiting on that land tourney. Hey, check the Discord server. The announcements have been made. Long story short, we are going to have a land this year, Saikugo.
We are going to have a land.
Let's get back into the action. Really cagey first half so far. Both teams looking very defensive after that insane goal line save from Wicca. Neither team really getting a good look into the net. Just been an even battle in the midfield. Both teams just choosing to get the ball away, but then there's someone else there to engage with the loose ball. There's been a lot of back and forth. A good passing play right there from the Cauldron, but Luis is there at the right spot to make a big save. Another one! Smitty! What a 50! We talked about Serrano being the savior, but it's Smitty who is coming up clutch right now. Casey Cauldron with another lead, thanks to Smitty and his insane double 50.
Smitty has had 2 good 50s that have led to goals in this series so far. He has been hitting the packs. He's been hitting the gym. He's been hitting the weight room. El Matador, you got to put a hand up. Well, I mean, they are putting a hand up, but it's like going up against Wemby. It doesn't matter how many hands you got. You're not stopping it.
That was the moment for them to equalize as well, pals, but the shot goes straight to Serrano. The great finishing that they showed in the past matches, especially in the upper final, is just not here at the moment. They're shooting, but it's not giving Casey Cauldron that much trouble. But right now, El Matador has the pressure. Luis looking for a setup, but he just couldn't get the clean final touch, and Fatality gets it out into the midfield. Quick engagement on Huey by Serrano, and El Matador are already on the back foot. Right now, Casey Cauldron have everything going their way. El Matador is struggling.
Yeah, I mean, in the first half of this game, it seemed like they were starting to hold up a minute. There's Huey. What a save off the crossbar! That was so perfectly placed, and Fatality just able to get a hand to it, and not only that, steer it away.
Smitty looking for it again, and Casey Cauldron hold him up. This is the Casey Cauldron everyone knows. The team that is so difficult to score against, no matter how hard you try, no matter how precise the finish may be, no matter how many bumps you get, they always have an answer. And so far, El Matador are trying to pick this lock, but are failing. And it's going to be really tough for them as Casey Cauldron to go on the counter. A long shot. Smitty with a second, with Casey Cauldron second. Might they get a sweep to start off this grand final? They're looking very likely to do that.
I mean, nah, man, what can you do at that point? Smitty is firing on all cylinders right now. That man cannot be stopped. Are they going to get a third? No, they're not.
Smitty, you know, it's funny because he could be a little bit inconsistent and he could be tough to read, but right now, Palace, how much are you liking his gameplay so far? Would you consider him the best player in the lobby?
In this game, 100%. I mean, he's just going to put the nail in the coffin right now for the Cauldron. He's just been in the right position every single time. That first goal with him, you know, getting the dunk, the double 50 on that one. The second one being able to follow up a 50 between, I forget who, Fatality and Luis, and just slam that over the last defender. And right there, just being able to capitalize off of a loose ball. I mean, he's been in the right position every single time he's been called upon.
My God.
And there's Serrano just for good measure. You know, because why not? Fatality with a playmaker. You know, everybody's doing their part right now.
This is just shocking to see because a team like Huey, Luis, and Wicca should be good enough to withstand all that KC Cauldron has to offer, but right now it's KC Cauldron who are looking incredibly dominant. What a Game 3 win for the Sported KC boys, and they are looking very likely to get the sweep on El Matador to kickstart tonight. And chat, as a reminder, should KC Cauldron win, they are gonna force a bracket reset and we will play this matchup again.
And the thing about it is it's not even like El Matador didn't have any good ideas. Like in the first half of that game, what I was about to say before sorry, why did I say fatality? Before I had to call Smitty scoring another goal, what I was about to say was that it's not even like El Matador didn't even have any good ideas in that game. They, you know, in the first half especially, there was a period where they were dominating the skies. You know, Wicca went for an aerial bump on Serrano. Luis is just able to hang in the air for Lord knows how long on Lord knows how little boost, just save balls. Like, they had good ideas, but the Cauldron were just ready for every single one of them. Like, I'm looking at the shot right now on Huey. That was again from the air that just died when Fatality hit it into the crossbar. Like, it's just, the execution from the Cauldron was just incredible in that game, and they were able to stop El Matador in their tracks.
And here we go. We are going to kick off Game 4 very soon. No team wants to wait or waste any time. We are going to get started right here very, very soon. Should everyone join?
There's one player who's not joining the lobby. Oh my god. Okay, he's joined the wrong team. The fact that I've just said this player has joined the wrong team, chat, you know who it is.
Oh no.
You know what time it is.
Dead giveaway?
Yes.
Dead giveaway.
It's Dosen from One Piece is in the lobby. Everybody welcome the TCU enthusiast himself. No, not Anam. No, not Palace 512. The other TCU enthusiast in the lobby, aka Caesar 16 times, because that's how many times he's gone to campus looking for women. No, I'm kidding. That's messed up.
Okay.
That's not messed up.
Okay. Let's not go there. I know Caesar still. I mean, it's not like it's inappropriate for him, but you know. Anyways, Caesar is in the lobby. Could this be the turning point that El Matador are looking for? Look at the vehicle Caesar's using too, by the way. Is that the?
Don't tell me that's
the GFC, isn't it?
Oh no, chat. This man is going to run over all of your kids because he cannot see them because that car is so dang tall.
Not in this game, though. Somehow the Fennec and Octane are still bigger. But for now, Caesar is in. So you got to respect his gameplay. But KC Cauldron are definitely doing that. One other thing we got to acknowledge, though, Skyline with 100 bits yet again. Skyline, thank you so much for your support. And El Matador might get the break they were looking for, but 2 shots off target. KC Cauldron get away with it. Another loose touch from Luis. Might this be the setup Cauldron are looking for? Serrano getting the 50, but Huey takes control. Oh my goodness, what an insane sequence of events right there.
Adafo said, wait, is it a Dafo or a Difo? It doesn't matter. I'm not, okay, a Difo. Yeah, he said only 16 times. Those are rookie numbers. And Caesar almost scored a goal at 16 miles an hour right there, but it was good position, you know, good placement, but good positioning from the Cauldron to be able to save that. Now I will say right here, I forgot what I was gonna say.
Well, let's talk about El Matador and how much more fluid they look with Caesar in the lineup right now. It looks like they're able to play at a way quicker pace, be way more unpredictable for Cauldron. But right now, KC Cauldron are going through with a quick attack at the other end. Early shot from Smitty. Big win! Open net! And Huey gets the first that El Matador were so badly looking for. Might this be the start of something special here for the Dallas boys? We shall see. They take the lead, but there's still a lot of game to go.
That's a mistake that you cannot make against this lineup. You know, I would understand it if somebody had been chasing them in the backfield to try to make them have to double commit like that. But it doesn't matter. It's been canceled out. It's 1-1.
Casey Cauldron responding with a plum fatality with a center Serrano with a quick fire shot. And because of that deflection, that is 88 miles per hour, 141 kilometers per hour, courtesy of gmc.bangersonly.com. Alan, we love you and miss you. We hope you can join us once again in the commentary booth. Would have been nice to have you here tonight. But we will still remember you, bro. We still remember you.
GMC, please don't sue us. We love you. I love corporate America. I don't know if you guys do as well, but yeah, please don't sue me for everything I have, because I have nothing.
But you know, both of these teams have a goal now, one apiece. As we enter the second half, it's really tough to call how this will go. You know what else is tough to call? If we're gonna get gifted subs, Skyline dropping 10 gifted subs, you're mad, man. You didn't even need to do that. So for those of you who are in the chat right now, enjoy those gifted subs. Send Skyline your thanks. Holy, thank you so much, Skyline. Really appreciate that.
I'm subbed to SGL for the first time in Lord knows how long, and Fatality has scored for the first time in Lord knows how long. Let's go, 2-1. Are we on course to wrap up this first series right here and right now?
I cannot believe what I'm watching, Palace. This is absolutely insane. Remember, the first matchup of this season between these two sides ended in 4-0 for El Matador. Now we are looking to see another 4-0, another sweep, this time going the other way. Smitty looking to cap things off right there, but now El Matador kickstart the counterattack. Luis gets a flip reset. Smitty takes the ball away. Huey cannot get there before fatality. And now Caesar trying to cook something with his zero boost GFC, but now he needs to go back. Luis with a banging clearance right there, and now it's a game of volleyball between these two sides.
Yeah, I mean, El Matador, they don't exactly have to panic just yet. We still got 67 seconds in this game. Speaking of, happy June 7th, everybody, to those who celebrate. And if you're in England, it's 7-6, and it doesn't matter. But for those of us here, we got 53 seconds left in this one. And Huey has got a goal for El Matador. We're tied, baby. Let's go.
From out of nowhere, Huey gets the goal that El Matador so badly needed. Smitty in a one-on-one situation, caught off guard by Huey, just upping the pace and almost instantly. And he gets demoed as well for that. Incredible goal there, incredible read by Huey as well. Said to that Smitty was not ready for the quick play, but now he needs to defend against Smitty, who brings the ball forward straight out of kickoff. And now El Matador need to defend for their lives to take this to overtime.
See, I'm going to keep it a buck, chat. I didn't see how Huey got the hold up a minute fatality. I didn't see how Huey got the ball because I was reading chat. But Huey's on the ball again. That's all I know right now. Serrano whips. Fatality. Gets it over to Serrano, who doesn't have any boost, but he does have a little bit of momentum to try and keep himself close to this. Now fatality. It's over to the middle. Maybe a little bit too high for Smitty it is. And he'll hit it to the corner where Serrano has just stolen El Matador's boost. Now they're low. Serrano with the 50 right there. Smitty with another 50. Can he hit it? He's got it off the board. Fatality flying in, but can't connect on it. And who will the next touch go to? I imagine that'll hit the ground. It will. Game 4, overtime. 1 goal wins the series for the Cauldron.
And that's all they need to. Great kickoff for the Cauldron. Serrano centering it to fatality. Too far ahead. Huey gets the big clear to the other end, but it's nowhere near the goal. And that gives Casey Cauldron a chance to recover. A center to Caesar, who cannot get that shot on target. He is not making that GFC Denali work. Is that a Denali? I don't know what that is. But he's not making that GFC work. That's for sure. El Matador bring in the big guns, but it's still not working out for them. It's Casey Cauldron who have control of this game and this matchup. Can Caesar get something out of nothing right here? Looking for the bump in the 50, neither coming to play. El Matador really have struggled to impose themselves against this Cauldron team. Palace, what do you think Cauldron has done that no other team has been able to do?
Execute. I really think it comes down to execution. Speaking of, Luis trying to play a little bit of headhunter right there. He gets a bump. I think Caesar bumped somebody on the way out. Luis tried it on Serrano, but if that had landed, then we would be 3-1 in the series. Guys, I cannot speak English today. I'm so sorry.
Nah, but give your shout outs and love to Palace, by the way. He has been doing so well in the commentary booth tonight with me. It's going to be a
I
long
feel
night
so
anyway, so
rusty.
strap yourselves in, chat. El Matador looking to keep this night going. Just couldn't get the goal right there.
I mean, regardless, we keep this night going because even if the Cauldron wins, we got another 7 games to go.
Yes, absolutely. And Fatality has to do some defending right there. Get the ball away. Luis couldn't get the touch. Fatality was too slow for that. Awkward moment between Huey and Luis. Smitty misses. Fatality towards the net. Off target. Luis can finally take control. Could this be the moment for Luis to get the game winner? He does not get anywhere near the ball. Smitty with a big 50. Still has the boost to follow up. Gets a small pad. Gets the center attempt. But Caesar is there to stop him.
Almost snuck that around Caesar, but not quite. Caesar was just a little bit too big of a body to get that past him. But now it's over to Fatality. Fatality wanted to hit it over to Serrano, but he was backed up after getting bumped by Huey. Now that ball floats somewhat harmlessly over towards the Matador net, where Serrano will be able to pick it up now. Serrano, but he doesn't exactly have the boost to carry it. Now Luis over to Fatality. Fatality over to Smitty. Will this be? Not quite. Off the bar. Serrano! Save from Caesar!
Oh my
Smitty!
God!
Oh, and it's 4-0. It's a sweep.
My God.
We're going to the second series, and I'm going to the bathroom.
Oh my God. What a finish. Serrano couldn't get the game winner, but Smitty is there, and he puts the exclamation mark on this matchup with the game winner and the sweep. Chat, this grand final is not over yet. We are going to have a bracket reset. Stick around. We'll be right back.
I wouldn't have it any other way.
Oh my God.
Wait, so are we actually going to go to break, or is it just
No, we're not going to take a long break. We're just going to make a brand new lobby.
Okay, cool. Yeah, while that's going, chat. Real quick, while we golly, I can guys, speaking is hard sometimes, man. Chat. While we're making up the lobby, first off, I want you guys to do 2 things. We're gonna drive up the engagement on this. I want you guys to tell us who you got winning this second series right here. Obviously, you know, we've just seen a sweep from the Cauldron. It took a little bit for El Matador to get going. I will say, there, with a little bit of added context, before we start the second series, there was something that happened earlier in the week. I haven't seen... What's the word I'm looking for? Luis has one of the strongest mentals, I think, of any player that I know. But this was the first time that I've seen him get down on himself. It was after a series in another league. And so I wonder if there's some residuals left over right here, because I can see a little bit of signs of frustration. So I hope that doesn't affect him in this next series, because Luis is too good of a player. And I know that, you know, it comes for us eventually. You know, Rocket League is, at the end of the day, you know, you can have the best mechanics in the world, but if you don't have that mental, you're not going anywhere. The reason Luis has got to where he is right now is because of his mental. And so, you know, we're seeing the battle that you see is only half of it right here on the field. That's only half the battle. The other battle is within yourself. When you come across some adversity, you know, when you play really, really rough in a series, let's say previously, like in what's the word I'm looking for? Like earlier in the week, how do you bounce back from that then? So I know that there's a little bit of that going on right now, and I will be very, very interested to see. I hope Luis bounces back the way that we know that he can. As El Matador are first in the lobby, as usual, because who else? Who else would be first in the lobby?
And here we go. No time to waste, chat. We are going to get started now. The bracket reset has been completed. It's the final best of 7 between these two sides. Winner takes all in season 10.5.
See, chat, it's like I said, 10.5 times 2 is 21. Everybody grab your drinks because we are going for our second series right here.
Just notice a few. All right, there you go. Now it's fixed. Here we go. Cauldron versus El Matador now. And we'll see if Cauldron can keep this going from the first match. And it's Caesar who gets the start that El Matador were looking for. Huey with a great center. Smitty hoping to deflect the shot. And it looks like Cauldron are now starting on the back foot. El Matador take the lead, 1-0. Oh, could have been a second. Might have been a second. Luis with a shot on net. Serrano gets it out. And the ball goes towards the other end. Huey redirects it away to the left flank. And he gets it into space where he can kickstart the counter on his own. Has enough to get the touch, but he doesn't. Luis! And what a save from Smitty at the far post to keep it at 1. El Matador looking really dangerous so far. But Cauldron had a slow start in game 1 of the first matchup. They might have to deal with another slow start right here unless he can get the equalizer. But Caesar gets the clutch demo on Serrano, and Cauldron have to get back to building up another attack.
Oh,
nice
what a
center
touch.
right here. Smitty! What a piece with a plum! 71 miles per hour, 113 kilometers per hour, courtesy of Alan's BangersOnly.com radar gun. And just as El Matador thought they had everything going their way, Cauldron take us back to parity, 1-1.
Fatality. What a touch. Able to beat Luis just barely. All he had to do was get the slightest of touches, and it was absolutely perfect. Smitty is again on point with the execution. Luis right here, back to Caesar, hits it over, a little bit of a ghost touch, but he won't care. It's 2-1 in favor of El Matador once again.
El Matador are cooking. They have gotten that mental reset they needed off of the bracket reset. And they are not gonna go down without a fight. Luis and Caesar combining together. And now Smitty with the equalizer straight out of kickoff. When the going gets tough, Smitty steps up. This time, 66 miles per hour, 106 kilometers per hour. Serrano gets the assist this time, but it's Smitty with both goals for the Cauldron. 2-2 with 3 minutes, 17 seconds to go.
You guys are absolutely ridiculous. This is, I mean, what? Wait. Okay, thank you, Huey. You had me worried there for a second, but then again, I don't know why I was worried. But Huey playing in his favored orange, as some of you may know, he goes to an orange school and he has orange skin. I'm kidding about that last part.
Anyways.
He doesn't. But he tastes like an orange. Okay. Don't ask me how I know that, but you chat, we're I didn't say anything, man. Smitty, show us what you got, man.
Trash Loop coming against St. PED check both game on Smitty. I don't know about PEDs, but he might be on Adderall right here because he's looking the sharpest he has throughout the whole season. His best performance yet, and he has been the difference maker tonight, Palace, between these two sides where El Matador looked likely to be the favorites, but he has brought Cauldron up to this second matchup. Now 2 apiece. El Matador still in this so far, but Cauldron now going to the other end.
Wait,
Caesar
okay.
Getting it out.
Oh no, there's no one back.
Oh my god.
Oh wait, luckily Cauldron, thank goodness they were able to recover in time because that would have been a really cheap way to concede the third. But nah, man, this is what I was talking about in the break. You know, they get out to the quick start El Matador does, and even when they concede an equalizer right there, they get right back out in front of it, and look at it, they're back on the attack again. But this is exactly what I'm talking about. You take that mental reset, even in the moments like this where you are frustrated, where you're coming off of maybe not the best series, the ability to bounce back is, hold up a minute, fatality, stop interrupting my monologues, bro, because you're canceling out everything that I'm saying. Fatality, that's how many crossbar hits is that from him?
The unfortunate deflection off of Huey as well. He was at the right spot, hoping the ball would have bounced into the net off of his octane, but it does. The only thing going for El Matador right now is they have a lot of time on this side, but they have to regroup. KC Cauldron, 3-2 up now. They were 2-1 down, but this KC Cauldron side is putting up a hell of a fight. And can they now see this off? They're so good defending these kind of close leads, especially close to the end of the game. We are now in the final minute. This is KC Cauldron's comfort zone, but can they do it? They might, what a bump! Smitty with the hat trick. Fatality with the bump assist. 4-2. Could this be game one in the bag?
I don't get it. Caesar had full boost. Fatality had no momentum coming off of a jump with no boost. How did he bump Caesar? How did he get to him?
This is just absolute insanity right now, by the way. I mean, I never expected El Matador to struggle like this, but they absolutely are. The good thing for them is they still have time. They still have games to get back. Maybe this will give them a chance to realize maybe they got to change something around. They still have a timeout they can call to regroup and reorganize themselves. They brought out their best lineup. It hasn't worked out. They tried Wicca with Luis and Huey. It hasn't worked out. They're trying everything they can, but everything is failing them. Fatality putting the seal on this game one.
Okay, this is going to sound controversial. I know what the scoreboard might say, but can I declare this first game Fatality's game? Because he's the one who, yes, I understand Smitty has 3 goals, 2 assists, and 4 saves. But Fatality has had those touches. He's had the touches to completely just incapacitate El Matador and flip this game on its head. He's the one who had the assist to Smitty on the second goal with that brilliant, delicate touch over the lease. He's the one who had the bump to set up that goal from, I don't even know who scored that one. And then, he's been everywhere this game. I'm calling this first game Fatality's game, despite what the scoreboard might say.
And that is a hat trick as well for Fatality. What a way to cap off game one. KC Cauldron really putting out a massive statement right there. They have dominated this Serrano with 247 points, just enjoying the show at the back. I don't want to undersell his performance, but he definitely is enjoying this.
Serrano, don't let him do you like that. He's not listening. He doesn't care.
He might listen afterwards.
He does not care. He's gonna hear worse than that from me. But no, just how do you stop that? This team can bump you when they're on 0 boost, 0 momentum. You cannot escape them. This is what I was talking about earlier before Fatality so rudely interrupted me. These moments right here, do you have the ability to bounce back? You've lost 5 games in a row, which, by the way, this is the first time that the blue team has won a game during this series. Fun fact, everybody. But El Matador it's one simple question. It's not, forget about the rotations, forget about the stupid mechanics, whatever. Doesn't matter. One question. Do you have that dog in you? You named a team the Big Dogs. Show us right here. Do you have it in you?
Game 2, Sovereign Heights. It's now or never for them. They have lost 5 games in a row. El Matador need to get on the board because they're losing control of this matchup very quickly. So the start goes against them. Caesar already having to put up a big save, but Fatality continues on his goal-scoring run. Oh no, you hate to see that if you're an FC Dallas fan or rooting for El Matador.
It wasn't a save from Caesar. Luis tried to hit it to the corner, and Caesar's fat ass just got in the way. That's not me saying. I'm talking about the truck bed. Not Caesar is not fat, but like I'm just nah, man. This is just everybody's just all out of sorts for El Matador right now. I don't know what to do like about this.
Well, you have nothing to worry about. You're just enjoying the show and commentating right here. These El Matador boys, the FC Dallas boys, need to figure it out now. Things have not gone their way for sure. Maybe a change of car from Caesar or Luis or Huey. Maybe another substitution. It's on them. Right now, they get a break right here. Open net at the back. Luis trying to get a center. He couldn't get the final touch. And right now, it is all about execution, as you mentioned earlier, pals. Casey Cauldron doing everything right. EM missing their key touches.
See, you mentioned certain things to do. Can a change of car even help you against this? Like, what realistically, you know, I struggle to see, you know, the typical stuff. Hold up a minute.
Oh.
Okay, I was about to say the typical stuff isn't working, but all you need is just Luis to have boost and a dream from the backboard, and you're good.
And Smitty did not anticipate that second touch from Luis. He gets caught off guard. Open net. Might this be what El Matador were looking for? Might this be what they need? Every time El Matador is in a tough position, Luis drags him out from the trenches, but it's still not over yet. It's just 1-1. Casey Cauldron can get back almost instantly, but right now they have to do the defending. El Matador are camped in front of the Blue Goalmouths.
And keep in mind, this series is only 1-0, right? Like, we've started over, you know, but the thing about it, hold up, fatality, I swear to God, you always got to interrupt me, man. The thing about this is, like, that's the first time Luis has had space to do anything.
Oh my God.
And lo and behold, look what happens. When you give him space, he's going to do something with it. They just haven't given him that space to work.
And that's a huge amount of credit for Casey Cauldron because they have done so well defensively to stop all three. Nobody has gone to space in time to execute and kick off their attacks. Great 50 there, though, by Luis. But look at Smitty, already there to get the ball. These guys have everything on lock. They just know what to anticipate at every single moment. They just got to make sure they don't make any mistakes.
Serrano with a crucial touch to keep that ball out of the path of, I believe that was Caesar coming in. Or it might have been Luis, I don't know. But moments passed. But Huey touches off backwards. Caesar off the crossbar, down but not in the net. Luis trying to steer that one past fatality, couldn't quite do it. Tries to get the bump on Smitty off the backboard. Huey can only send it towards the center for Caesar, but Serrano had that well read. He gets it past Luis, but couldn't steer it on net. And Smitty trying to keep the ball close to him in the corner, but Luis will beat fatality to it. And now El Matador comes back on the attack.
El Matador looked way better after that equalizer, but even then, Casey Cauldron just looked comfortable defensively and going forward. They always look like the massive threat. El Matador having to keep themselves going, making sure they don't make any mistakes. So far, look at the intensity from Cauldron. You're just not seeing that from El Matador at the moment. Always on the back foot in front of the orange goal mouth. Caesar gets it away. Smitty with 100 boost, looking for the 50. Beats Luis. Still has boost for a follow, but Huey takes it away to fatality. Puts it towards the net. Caesar with a loose touch. Serrano with a shot. What a save! Caesar sprawling to the other end of the goal, and he gets that clutch save El Matador needed.
Like, how do you even generate that kind of momentum to get over there? That's insane. What a save from Caesar. Luis tried to steer that past fatality. Huey, fatality again over to the middle. Only as far as Luis. He's lucky that Luis didn't have the angle, but now Huey, Smitty, gets it past Caesar. Who's going to get there first? Is it Serrano? Yes, it is, but it's not going to be on target. That was a golden opportunity to put El Matador back where you want them. But now fatality over to Caesar. Lucky for him, Luis almost bumped him out the way, but oh man. Now Caesar up against Smitty, gets the bump. Gets the bump on fatality, but Serrano wary of the danger. And now gets it over to Smitty. Who's there? There's three. The whole lobby is up, ladies and gentlemen. The whole lobby is up.
And now you're starting to see El Matador be a bit cagier with their approach, keeping one guy further back so they don't get caught on the counter. I think they have gotten a bit spooked by that Serrano goal opportunity. Oh! Huey misses! That would have been it for El Matador to break this winning streak for Cauldron, but it's still one apiece as we enter the final 10 seconds.
He just didn't have the time to get his car back across the other side to get the shot off. Now Serrano just hits it desperately towards the net. Luis is going to drop this, but man, both teams have had golden opportunities to end this.
It's all about this kickoff right now. It's gone in Smitty's favor. Luis saw that coming. Gets the 50, gets the ball away. El Matador have kept themselves in this game too. They have looked much better. They have sealed it at the back. They just got to make sure they can get some potency the other end. Huey booms it all the way forward. And what a clearance as well from Smitty. Look at that backflip Luis had to do to reset. And now they lose all their momentum. It's those little moments that have gone Cauldron's way. But now it's all about whether they can defend. And look at how comfortable they are. Just not breaking a sweat throughout this whole matchup so far.
Yeah, luckily for them, an errant touch from Serrano is what puts Casey back on the back foot right here. Now Huey over to Luis. Smitty did get the touch, but Luis did well to read it and keep the ball with Matador for now. Caesar does not have the boost to go up for it. Serrano wanted the double, couldn't quite find it, and now Fatality will trap. And let's see what he's got up against Huey. Huey with the 50, you know, just keeping the pressure on. This is what I like to see from a Matador. You know, just forgetting, like you have to move on past those sorts of opportunities and stuff like that. You just have to go for the next ball. And that's what El Matador are doing. That's typically what they do very, very well, and they're showcasing that right now. Their mental seems to have improved for sure since the last game.
Absolutely, but I also have to talk about their approach right here. It's kind of changed a bake right there after a demo. Caesar pops it up, but I got to comment more on their approach. Notice how much more conservative they are, especially when there's a 50 in the midfield. That's helped them so far. Huey with a shot on goal, Fatality with a clutch save. Casey Cauldron, even when they have to deal with those moments, they see them off. Look at how quickly they go forward as well, and they put El Matador on the back foot instantly.
Yeah, Luis, once again, just given a little bit of time to work, and he's put the ball all the way in the corner, and now the Cauldron back on the back foot. Ball's bouncing dangerously in front of net. Caesar can't steer it on. Smitty holds his composure in front of Luis, who's charging in. Now off the ceiling. What does he have? Does he have a pinch towards the middle? Not quite. Smitty's got the bump on Huey, but luckily for him, Caesar was on his way back, and now Huey wants to take this slow, and he's got it! The win streak is broken! 1-1 in the second series.
Chat, the moment has finally arrived for El Matador in their sixth game. They finally get a win. El Matador are on the board. El Matador are on the board, and what a massive win for them too. They tied at one apiece. They now turn this into a best of 5.
And Huey's got to be feeling really, really good about himself. You know, he is the one who missed the chance at the end of regulation that could have just ended it right then and there. But he composed himself, played solid defense in overtime, looked very comfortable, and ultimately found the composure to take that ball slow up against a couple of Cauldron defenders and just put that into the top of the net. That was just very, very nice from him.
Can we talk about this stat line from Caesar, by the way?
Yeah.
0 goals, 1 assist, 5 saves. That is the Caesar of EM Dallas Bird from season 10, chat. He has come back. You know what that means for El Matador? When you have Caesar in this kind of defensive form, they are pretty much impenetrable, and that might be what they need to win this bracket reset match.
I mean, look at those shots from the Cauldron, 13-7 in favor of them. But, you know, when you send 9 of them straight at the goalie, it's going to be a bit difficult. I mean, you know, speaking from experience, yeah, it's kind of hard to... It's kind of hard to win when you send your shot straight at the goalie. But that being said, you know, execution has been, it's still been overall very, very good for the Cauldron. But sometimes you got to be more than very, very good to win a championship. And Luis, I mean, speaking of very, very good, yeah, I don't got to say anything else.
Luis calling off Huey for that powerful shot. 72 miles per hour, 150 kilometers per hour. What a rocket, courtesy of Alan's BangersOnly.com radar gun. And that is exactly the banger that El Matador needed to kickstart this game 3 in the second best of 7 here tonight. Can they keep going? Can they put KC Cauldron on the back foot? Can they finally get to where they want to be and show everyone that they are indeed the best team in the Premier this season?
Huey trying to keep it close. Gets the 50 on Fatality. Wants to hit this towards the middle. Who does he have? Serrano can't lift it over the first. But Luis can't get the second. Oh, he's made Smitty whiff. Fatality is able to get it out, but only as far as Caesar. Now Caesar over to Serrano. Hits it into the corner. And oh, good bump from him as well to keep Smitty off of that. But now, I mean, that you can see just a marked difference in the way EM are playing this one. It's just so much more confident after they got that first victory. And that's when this team gets scary, when they get confident.
Absolutely. And look at how much they've pinned back KC Cauldron to finally get out right there. Luis playing it to the middle. Loose ball. What a shot. See, they're reading the crossbar. Touch. Oh my goodness, what a save from Caesar! That ball was teetering on the goal line, and he finally gets it out. Kiwi coming in, commenting on Caesar's GMC. That GMC has played a huge part, but it's not over yet. Caesar getting the 50 and getting it out. Chat and pals when Caesar is in this kind of defensive form. El Matador are here to play, and that might be the difference maker for EM tonight.
I mean, that should have been a goal. That should be 1-1. It still might be. Yeah, it is. Okay. Yeah. You know, I'm going to shut my mouth because whenever I start talking, the KC Cauldron, you know, they just hit me with the C-bow, bro.
What a pass, by the way, too, from Serrano to Smitty Palace. I mean, that's something everyone can admire right here. KC Cauldron known for their great team goals and their great passes. Simple yet effective. No one does it better than KC Cauldron in SGL.
Fatality. I forgot what I was going to say.
You got right there.
This has been... I'll be honest, chat. I have a confession to make. Before the game started, I thought El Matador were going to roll the Cauldron. I really did. And I would like to apologize to absolutely nobody except for the Cauldron.
Oh my god.
Because look at this, man. How do you stop them when they're just doing stuff? They're having fun out there. Look at this. This is ridiculous.
Oh my goodness. Look at that finish. Top ends. Upper right 90. What a snipe. Just as the second half is about to kick off, KC Cauldron get the second to take the lead. What a goal. KC Cauldron are back, chat. It didn't take too long. They were down 1-0, back 2-1. El Matador on the back foot yet again.
Oh, Smitty, show him. Do it to him. Oh my God. Atto. You're moving like KC in the game 5 against Vitality or whatever game it was, where Atto just couldn't sink the double. Had the perfect setup. I wanted that so bad. Well, it's not that he had the nerves. He just had 5 boosts left. But, oh no, Serrano would have had that. Smitty. He wanted redemption, but in doing so, he got in the way of his teammate. Oh, that's unfortunate, man.
Smitty got greedy right there, but now he needs some defending to do, and he does just enough to get that out. El Matador slowly getting some momentum back after losing the lead. But KC Cauldron are a tough nut to crack. Some might say they're establishing their blue wall right now. We'll see if they can keep this going. Loose errant touch right there, but Serrano reads that situation, gets it out of the way. Now Luis kicks off a counter, but he has to deal with 2 in Smitty and Fatality. Smitty stopping him on his tracks. Huey towards the middle to Caesar. Slow touch. Centered from Caesar to Luis, and this big save from Smitty after Serrano. The blue wall is up.
There is no blue wall except K-Corp. Allez le bleu! But that's not the point. The point is, Nah, KC are building the Great Wall of Missouri right here. I mean, what is going on? Just everything. They're just getting. I swear to God,
Oh
thank
my
you.
God.
I was about to say, if you if you missed that, when I'm talking about how good your defense was, I was gonna drive over there and slap
What
all of
pass?
you. Huey, guys, Huey, what a shot! How many? 78 miles an hour, man. Pull up the radar, Maz. Let them know.
79 miles per hour, 126 kilometers per hour. Thanks to Alan's Bangers Only.com radar gun. And that was absolutely a banger and a half from Huey to tie it to 2 apiece within the final 30 seconds. But now El Matador's on the back foot and a big counterattack.
That's it. Oi! Yeah, there we go.
With what could be the game winner for El Matador. Are the tides turning? Has the momentum shifted? Was game 2 the turning point? We shall see. But El Matador have the lead with 12 seconds remaining.
I'm gonna pretend I heard what Maz just said, but nah, man, that's so unfortunate. You hate to
Pretend.
see that happening.
Pretend. Anyways.
you hate to see that kind of goal be the one to decide what kind of ending we have to this game. But El Matador are officially on a roll. That's 2-1 in the series. But man, just an unfortunate backflip, an unfortunate commit from, I don't even know who was it, fatality. It doesn't matter who it was because the end result is the same. El Matador just snatched victory from the jaws of defeat.
Might this be what they needed, Palace? It feels like this is a brand new El Matador right now. Everything going their way. You have Huey getting goals, Luis getting involved in all areas, and Caesar the defensive wall. 4 saves, by the way. Insane from him yet again. KC Cauldron are still playing at the same level as they were before, and they're looking good, but El Matador are now starting to get those little things going their way. You mentioned execution. El Matador is definitely executing.
Yeah, I was gonna say something about, you know, the Cauldron building the Great Wall of Missouri, but I mean, man, El Matador with the defense, you know, stopping everything like the like the highways in Dallas right now, just dividing. They're making a huge line in between the Cauldron and the net right here. It's just the Cauldron's in Kansas. I don't care. I'm gonna keep it a buck. It's all the same to me. But you know what's not the same is this El Matador team. They look like a completely different team from game 1.
Uh-oh. Awkward kickoff right there. Can Caesar capitalize? He could not get the shot on target. 0 boost on his GMC. But El Matador are on the front foot right now. Luis challenging Serrano instantaneously, but fatality is there to get the touch into the orange half. KC Cauldron have gone backwards. Can they go back in on the front foot? They got to get the first goal, surely, to get back to where they want to be.
Fatality. He wanted the ground pinch, but Luis somehow pinched it with him underneath him. That was going in until Smitty got a touch on it. And by the way, nice little touch to get that over Huey, by the way. Smitty wanted the pinch off the wall, but now Luis back on it. But Smitty hits it just as far as Huey, who sets it up for, once again, it's Smitty. Excuse me, guys. Smitty is just everywhere right now. Fatality right there. What a save from Huey. I thought that was a surefire goal. But
Well,
Huey comes off the ground. Man.
But Luis got credit for the save right there, pals. I think Huey's touch might have been going into the net. So were it not for Luis coming in off the backboard, that goal, that ball might have been going in, and it could have been a KC Cauldron goal. But you know what? It's a team effort at the end of the day. Who cares who gets the save? The ball's out of the net, and now it's at the other end. Shot on goal. Smitty with the save this time.
Demo from Fatality to break up the momentum on offense for El Matador. Just briefly. Now Smitty takes a touch to keep it close to him, but Luis is the first to it. Now Caesar.
Oh my God.
Gets a second, gets a third, and Huey is there to execute. And man, this, once again, it's a different team.
The game is completely flipped on its head. El Matador is back at their best. Casey Cauldron has no answer right now. And you need this in the grand final of the season. And yes, Flashmeister, this is not a separate midseason tourney. This is the grand final! And it's Huey who is stamping his authority in Game 4 of this second best of 7, beating the Casey Cauldron defense. 2 quick-fire goals. El Matador looking to get to match point.
Huey wants his flowers, and you know, based on what he's been doing in this game, he's gonna get them. Huey, man, you know, what a performance so far in these first 2 minutes. But then again, we are only in the first 2 minutes. Ulysses has got one. Smitty touched it over the corner. Who is there? It's, of course, it's Huey, but doesn't get the touch. Now fatality. Man, I would like to say something really quick. I had such a banger line that I was going to use for the Cauldron scoring and stuff like that and taking the lead. But I need to stop coming up with good lines, because every time I come up with one, I never get the chance to use it. So I'm sorry that I might have jinxed you guys, but Luis almost had the double right there.
Oh my God, this is just absolute bonkers right now. And Luis gets the 3rd goal for El Matador. That is their first 3-goal lead. If you want to know what a momentum shift looks like, there you go, chat. El Matador lost 5 in a row. Now they're looking to win 3 in a row to get on championship point, and they have 3 goals without reply right here. What a Game 4 this has been for the FC Dallas boys.
And it starts with Huey once again. Huey was everywhere on that play. He's the one who got the touch over the Casey Cauldron defender who was going to clear that out. But Huey made sure that that wasn't going to happen. Gets it over to Caesar, who got it over to Luis. It was just so perfect. And there he is again. Huey's going to get his hat trick right here. He's everywhere. This is Huey's game right here.
The game has completely flipped on its head. Oh my God, and speaking of God, Skyline just coming in with a massive 5 gifted subs. Thank you so much, Skyline, for your incredible generosity. Oh man. Dallas, El Matador got 4 goals without reply. Can they now get a 4th win without reply after this Game 4? What a performance this has been. We talk about El Matador being at their best. They have certainly arrived, and they're looking at their very best right here.
I mean, if you're the Cauldron, the only course of action I can see right here. Look at Huey. He's doing 360s on the backboard. They're having fun out there. The only thing I can think of, if you are the Cauldron right here, is, look, man, nothing's going in. Nothing is going your way.
Oh,
okay, there we go. Thank you, fatality. But, you know, if you don't end up getting something out of this game, call a timeout. You have to call a timeout. That's the only thing I can think of. But that's a good start right there. You know, get a goal, go for the next ball, see what happens in these last 66 seconds.
Absolutely. This is it.
Oh, that could have been it right there.
Yeah, Casey Cauldron definitely needed that right there. But El Matador have it in the bag as we enter the final 60 seconds. But a lot can change in these 60 seconds as well, pals. It's only a 3-goal difference between these two sides. Casey Cauldron can change it if they can get that goal. But El Matador have taken over now, and they're looking to waste as much time as they can. Smitty just didn't have the boost to get that ball. Unfortunate. And the clock is not on their side as Caesar looks for a quick fire shot off target, but the ball is just all over the place, and there's so much time being wasted. Luis off the backboard. He could have sealed the deal, but the time is still on El Matador's side.
I mean, the clock was not on their side. The only thing that was on their side was the ball. Luckily for them, now it's over here. But, I mean, man, just what a lockdown from EM. You know, they almost can let it be known. That very well could have been 4-2 within 5 seconds right there, but they played very, very well to keep that in the Cauldron half of the field, and now it's 3-1. I mean, it's just as simple as that.
Oh my God. Match point. Championship point for El Matador, having lost 5 in a row. They are now 1 game away, pals and chat, from the season 10.5 championship. Who'd have thunk that this was possible? El Matador are 1 game away from winning it all, and after getting swept in the first matchup, they have recovered and they are looking at their very, very best.
I'd have thunk it was possible. I'll be honest. I would have thunk it. But nah, man. I mean, look at the turnaround. This is exactly what I was talking about earlier. The teams that ultimately end up winning. You know, Rocket League is as much of a mental game as it is a mechanical one. The battle you see on the field is only half of the battle. El Matador had to dig deep. But man, what has transpired since then, you know, what they dug up when they made that trip into the depths of their minds and into the depths of, what's the word I'm looking for? Adversity, has just been absolute diamond. Like, they are unscratchable right here. And look at this. They're bringing in Wick. Huey, after having one of the games of his SGL career, is being subbed out, and Wick is back on the field. They're having fun again. I mean, this is just, you know, this is why everybody should be afraid of this El Matador team. Because this is what they can do to you, especially when they start having fun like this. They are unstoppable. And so, you know, we'll see what happens right here. I'm very surprised that the Cauldron did not take a timeout. But, you know, they did have a little bit of momentum at the end of that game. So we'll see if they can carry that into, I don't know what game, is this game 5? It's 3, yeah. Sorry guys, I can't do math. I'm on summer break now. My brain has lost all the ability to think. But, Serrano, over to Fatality, over to Smitty. Ooh, I like that passing play. Okay, we're seeing signs of life from the Cauldron. You know, that's a little bit more like them.
And whilst that is going on, Luis with the lead that El Matador needed to start this game 5 and get themselves the championship. What a pass by Wicca, by the way, styming Luis up right there. But whilst that's underway, chat, the championship grand final has kicked off on the right side of your stream. EM Dallas Burn versus EC Defiance. We are going to go straight into that once this Premier Grand Final concludes. But for now, if you want to catch both matches, you can do so right here, picture in picture.
Yeah, man, that's just tragic right there for the Cauldron. You know, signs of life at the beginning of the game, some good ideas, and then Wick just comes in and just destroys absolutely all of your confidence right there. That hurts. But you still got 3.5 minutes.
They do have 3.5 minutes right there, and EC Defiance has 2.5 minutes to get back into this. EM Dallasburg taking the lead. Yes, that's right. Both Dallas teams in their respective grand finals. El Matador 1 step away from winning it all. Now that they lead 1-0, EM Dallasburg looking to seal the deal as well in this matchup. They are the team coming in from the upper bracket. EC Defiance coming in from the lower bracket. If EM Dallasburg wins this matchup, it's all over.
Fatality! It's 1-1, baby! Let's go! Serrano off the ceiling. Fatality is able to beat Caesar. Caesar ran out of boost midair, tried to predict the angle, got it wrong, and it's 1-1.
It's been a while since KC Cauldron scored, pals in chat, but
No.
KC Cauldron are back. 1 apiece, parity restored in game 5. There's a long way to go for the Cauldron, but it's all about baby steps. Now that they have this equalizer, can they go look and get a second? It's El Matador at the front foot right now, though. But Wicca bringing it forward. KC Cauldron didn't really get much going right there. They had a moment, but no one really getting on the ball until until Wicca got there, clearing it away. Now Smitty's bringing it over to the other end. What a 50, but Caesar's right there to follow up. with Wicca. Luis gets it away. Not too far though. Fatality off the middle. Perfectly set for Serrano. Off target. Fatality! Gives Casey Cauldron the lead. Serrano with a great pass. Fatality with the 0 boost to get the finish. Casey Cauldron are up 2-1. And on the right side, Posey makes the lead extend to 3. EM Dalsburg with a hot start over EC Defiance.
The Cauldron may play at Children's Mercy Park, but they are showing the children no mercy right now with these 50s, these challenges, and this execution right here. Serrano, Mr. Monsoon is out in full force, baby, just like the hailstorm we got here in Dallas yesterday.
And Caesar was reading that, trying to get out quickly, but he couldn't get out there on time. Unfortunate for him, but great for the Cauldron, who were 1-0 down and are now up 3-1. The momentum has shifted to the Cauldron side. The Sporting KC boys are at it again. After losing 3 in a row, they're not going to go out that easy. They want to get this Game 5 victory and keep this Premier Championship final
What a
going.
save! Hold up a minute. EM's back in it. So first off, we gotta talk about this from Fatality. Great read from him. Smitty tried to read that before it hit the backboard, but couldn't quite get there. But 3-2, 115 seconds left to play. There's a whole lot left in this, ladies and gentlemen.
Whole lot for sure, and this is going in Amato's favor. Luis to the middle, couldn't get it on target. Wicca trying to follow it up. Caesar, it's all El Matador right now, but the ball finally goes out. Smitty touches it to himself to the flank with a shot on net, but Caesar is there, looking relatively comfortable. And speaking of comfort, EM Dallasburg win Game 1 with a comfortable 3-0 scoreline.
See, chat, I'm gonna be honest, I only have one monitor. That's why you're only hearing me talk about the Prem right now, because this is the one I'm focused on right here, because again, I only have one monitor. You guys can sue me all you want. You guys can buy me a second monitor all you want, but yeah, I only got one. So, speaking of things that I want to sue Luis for being so good at Rocket League and traumatizing me every time he goes for a flip reset. I can't see who has the ball. Luckily, nobody has it, and Serrano will beat Wicca on the... Ooh, Wicca actually got a touch on that. I'm surprised.
And so far, so good for El Matador. They have completely shut the door after Casey Cauldron took the lead, but now they got to get the ball to the other end. They're in the final 40 seconds, and it's Casey Cauldron with all the momentum on their side right now, looking for the fourth to seal the deal. But so far, they just cannot find that goal they're looking for. A 50, loose ball. Caesar with low boost. He cannot get out there before Fatality. El Matador in trouble right now as we enter the final 20 seconds. They just have no way out until right there. Caesar with a great touch towards Fatality, though, who can clear it away. But now Luis, can he make something out of this? He just plays it towards the goal!
No!
And so now, that ball sneaks into the back of the net. El Matador have equalized right at the death.
It was going so good for the Cauldron, but Smitty made the wrong decision at the other end to hit that hard into the wall. That's what sent it into the middle and allowed El Matador to clear it. If he had kept it close to him, we'd be in Game 6 right now. But instead, EM were able to clear it out, get some momentum, get an offense going, and then Smitty just unable to save it on the goal line. But man, it was going so good until it wasn't.
Overtime right now. It can go either way, chat. This feels like a huge game for both sides. Casey Cauldron getting the momentum on their end if they get this victory. El Matador, of course, they're on championship point right here. And the opportunity right there. Smitty gets it away. Luis is there to keep the ball in front of the blue goal mouth. Looking for the bump on Serrano. Serrano reads that and gets away. But look at that. Caesar's right there to keep it going. Wicca with a shot. Couldn't really get much power or the placement. And now Luis takes over off the left flank.
Uh-oh. Who's there? Nobody.
Oh my goodness. Just really rough for El Matador. And Casey Cauldron had a really rough moment there as well. Now they're in big trouble. Fatality with a massive save, not over yet. Caesar for the victory! 4-3 and 4-1 in this second best of 7. Chat and Palace, El Matador are your season 10.5 champions.
There was nothing Serrano could do right there. All out of boost, all out of ideas, and all out of time. El Matador pulled a Doc Rivers right there and played with their meat. Not like that. They like, this is what this team likes to do. They play with their food. They make you think that you have a chance. And then they just pull the rug out from underneath you at the last second. That's what Doc Rivers said. Don't come at me. I didn't say anything, bro. They didn't. Nah, bro. That's his words, not mine. Y'all need to get your minds out the gutter, bro. But anyways, to get back on track, man, that's just what this team does all season long. They lull you into a false sense of security, but in reality, you're in their domain. They've already pulled the expansion. They've already got you. It's just a matter of how much time it's going to take.
Oh, absolutely. But you know what? It took a while, but...
And well played to the Cauldron.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well played to the Cauldron for sure. But chat, it's not over yet. We are going to dive right into the second matchup in a little bit on the main stream. Right now, we are looking at this alternative POV, but we'll be ready very soon to join into the championship grand final. Right now, EC Defiance with the lead in game 2. Bisbo with the goal. EM Dallas Burn, after winning game 1, are on the back foot with 2 minutes remaining. So bear with me as I get that set up, chat. I'm just going to be quiet for a little bit until this whole thing gets set up. So just give me 1 second. We'll be almost ready. There you go.
See, chat, I also can't really provide... Oh, wait, hold up a minute. Yes, I can. I can just look... I'll look at right here. Yeah, because I was watching the Twitch stream, so that's why I was so behind for a little bit. But now I can pay attention for this, and this is going to be the last little bit that you guys are going to hear from me. I'm going to take it until the end of this game right here, and then that will be the last that you hear from me for tonight. But I do want to say thank you guys for letting me into y'all's ears for today. We appreciate you. But now, let's see if Dallas Burn are going to let EC Defiance into their goal. It doesn't look like it, but we'll see. I can't tell who's on the ball because I can't read their names.
Well, right now it is EM Dallas Burn on the ball. Anomaly trying to center it. Bernana to the middle to Posey, off target. Last 40 seconds in this game, too. EM Dallas Burn with the shot. Somehow off target. Anomaly following it up to the near post. The white nuke goes off. And it's EM Dallas Burn with the equalizer, courtesy of Anomaly. 35 seconds remaining. It's 1 apiece.
That is low-key. That is such a hard nickname for Anam. The White Nuke. I love that right here. Can we, chat, can we make that, like, official? Can we make that his nickname? Because that's so sick.
Honestly, may as well. But Anomaly is already his nickname. Anomaly looking for another. Posey with the follow-up. And from 1-0 down, EM Dallas Burn have taken the lead right here with 17 seconds remaining. They're up 2-1, looking to go 2-0 up in this matchup. What a start this is going to be for EM Dallas Burn, should they hold on. But 17 seconds, never say never to EC Defiance.
Someone said Anam for president, and honestly, I agree. I'm here for it. Nice little assist right there, nice little goal. He has been obviously the catalyst for them turning it around in this game right here, but yeah, this is wild, man. So shout out to EM and shout out to EM Dallas Burn.
Those are Caesar's former teammates for sure. Ignore the scoreboard. It's looking a little messy, unfortunately. I think it just mixed up both games. Don't worry about that. Focus on the anomaly. Focus on the EM Dalsburg players and such. Yeah, a little awkward right there, but, you know, it'll all work out. You know what? This is looking so messy, I might just say, you know what? Skip the scoreboard. This is looking a bit too rough. Let's just go straight to the matchup view right here. EM Dalsburg versus EC Defiance for the in the grand final for the championship. Just catching up a chat right here. A lot of activity, a lot of hype. Some new faces as well. OZRL, good to see you right there. And Luis coming in celebrating. Frapsa, long time no see as well, coming in and celebrating the victory for El Matador. Will he celebrate EM Dalsburg's victory? We shall see. But this has been a really good matchup from EC Defiance so far. They're gonna be kind of annoyed that they're 2-0 down right here because they have played pretty well up to this point. Now, Palace is gone, chat, but I have another co-commentator with me. How about you slide right in and introduce yourself?
You thought I was done with this? Bro, I'd be side lobby creating. I'd be supporting the championship because this is the best damn league around here. I don't even care what happened in the last matchup. I'm here for this one. EM Dalsburg versus EC Defiance. Debit's back in the booth. Whew, let's get going.
Quick question, Deb, because we are doing it live. Did you save the replays?
Yes, I have saved both replays.
Thank you. I don't need to worry about that.
I had a feeling this could be an issue, so I was like, nope, I'm not taking a risk at all. We're saving everything. The folks cannot afford to lose the data that's being provided by this grand finals because EM Dalsburg have got a hot start, but don't count out this ECD team. I mean, it takes a little bit to warm up to each series they've got. And I think, honestly, getting Bisbo back into the swing of things, just going to take a couple 50s to go their way, and they're right back in this.
Absolutely, but consider this as well. Now that they're going to be playing in US West, could we see EC Defiance get into the groove of things and finally settle into this matchup? Because previously they were playing in US Central, which isn't that bad for Pig, but I think they love their tiniest of tiny advantages. They might prefer playing in US West still. Could this be what they needed to get their grand final started?
You know what? I've seen them do spectacular things even in strange lands such as US East. So I wouldn't even count it out as far as that goes. This team honestly has the same formula no matter what. They kind of ignored the ping difference and any sort of lag or maybe misinput or maybe ghost touch that could happen through all this. They still just stick to their game plan. And you know what? I think that's them more as they shift towards the west. I don't think they necessarily needed it, but I think it'll definitely help for the consistency. Thank you for bearing with us, chat. Still rolling through, making a new lobby. We're doing it all live. It back over to the west side. Because as you know, we got the differing formats. We got 2 games on one end, 3 games for the other end, and then back to the first end for the last 2, if necessary. So we're just getting things settled in. Looks like both teams are just about ready to move on to the next part of the series, which is Game 3. Because I know we're not looking forward to timeouts in this series. Both these teams are ready to just get up and roll. I don't think I've seen many timeouts in this season 10.5 at all.
Absolutely, but when you have server switches like this, you know, it kind of helps create a timeout so both teams have had a chance to regroup and, you know, catch up and, you know, get themselves settled in again. Let's see what teams we get for Game 3. Very likely to have subs. Both teams love to make subs, by the way, in the championship right here. We'll see who turns up for both teams.
Chat, we do have a new addition to the EM Dalsburg side. You know him, you love him. Mr. Pico David, Playboy Farty himself, has joined Indestructible and Anomaly on the pitch to hopefully secure a Game 3 W for his Dallas. And they get open against this EC Defiance side, who's already starting off hot pretty early. Anomaly having to make a save at the goal line.
Now, Playboy Party bring it out to the other end, but not for long. Bisbo takes the ball away from him. EM Dallas Bird on the back foot right now. Indestructible with a nice 50 to get the ball away, but Bird Nada pinches it off the corner towards the middle. Anomalies at the right spot in the near post to get it away. Not for long though. Pico David needs to get a clutch save. He does at the right place at the right time to get that ball out. But EM Dallas Bird on the back foot to kickstart this game 3. All EC Defiance need is a goal because they've done everything else right so far.
Done everything right, but oh my gosh, whenever you have a guy like Indestructible who can count on 1v3 a team like EC Defiance or many teams here in this championship, you gotta throw a lot of resources at the defense in order to stop this guy. Much agreed. They gotta get on the front foot here. They've had a good couple opportunities so far. They've double committed a couple times, but you know, I think that's just a show of confidence. I wouldn't be too worried right now. They're covering the midfield and are able to stop the breakouts for the most part of EM Dallas Burn. Now they just need to get one of these opportunities to bury.
Oh, there's a good moment right there, but nobody able to get the final shot off. And Pico David gets it away. You're seeing the EM Dallas Burn. They're just stuck in front of their goal right now. Barely able to get out. Every 50 they engage with, they lose. Bisbo shot off that nobody there, and he gives EC Defiance the lead they were looking for and deserved. The Seattle Sounders boys are up 1-0.
Yep, this is the exact kind of player you want for this situation in Bisbo. Mechanically gifted, able to take the ball away from defenses, get the shot that you need. Birdnana, he may be demoing so much he forgot how to shoot the ball into an open net, but that doesn't matter. The ball was still going in. 1-0 to EC Defiance.
You know, we had a Kuva appearance in the Premier Grand Final from the eventual champions El Matador, and now we have a Playboy Party, aka Pico David, appearance in the Champ Grand Final for EM Dallas Bird. Both Dallas teams coming in from the upper bracket. El Matador needed to go through a second matchup, winning that 4-1 after losing it 4-0. Can EM Dallas Bird seal the deal right here, or will EC Defiance get their matchup going? But right now they have to defend over net. Anomaly cleaning it up after an insane effort from Indestructible. Anomaly is there to finish things off. Bird Nada going for the boost instead of the goal. 1-1, just like that.
Yeah, and you gotta look out for these plays by Indestructible. He's 50 it like crazy. That should have been a shot on target. That was nearly there. But Anam, you cannot be given all that space in the world for a rebound. EM Dallas Burn tie it back up. Maybe a response here from ECD. No go. Cleared out by Indestructible. ECD have got to replicate what they've been doing for the first couple minutes in order to get back on the front foot.
Sorry about the pause. I'm just checking something else right now. But at the moment, this game is at a nice stalemate at the moment, but EC Defiance are looking to get the momentum back on their side once again. Great defending from EM Dallas Bird. They are protecting their net valiantly, but they have to keep it going. Playboy Party looking to go for the ball, but lets it go. And now he gets the clearance. So far, he hasn't been too bad. He's just not at the same pace as the rest of his team, but he's getting some nice touches right there, Devin.
Yeah, and even the thing about the pace, I feel like he hasn't slowed down the pace too much of this EM Dallas Burn team. They're willing to absorb a lot of pressure whenever it comes to ECD. But with Playboy Party, they're just counting on him to make the appropriate touch at the right time, and then he's like, all right, I'm going to shift it over to you guys to get the offense going. I just hope at some point we can get Playboy Party on the offensive side. I've seen that dude dribble Steel Army before.
Oh my goodness, it's still working out well. Guess who got the assist, chat? Playboy Party himself with a nice touch to Indestructible, placing it to the top left before until that deflection right there. But EM Dallas Bird take the lead. 78 seconds remaining. EC Defiance had a good start, but they haven't been able to capitalize on it. Might they get the equalizer though? Great first touch from Bisbo. Looking to softly put it in. And EM Dallas Bird gets back just in time.
Oh, that's so painful. Bisbo had the beat and everything. He just had to slow it down just the right amount to get it in front of his car, but he ends up going a bit too, all over the place. Next thing you know, EM Dallas Burn are able to come back And now they're giving up the ball to Indestructible, who's got the double. The pass is down. Is there? Ooh, they're able to deal with the danger for now. Bird Nana able to pass it to the sidewall, maybe to himself, but he doesn't have a lot of boost. Able to at least get the side boost. No bump on Indestructible. It's right back in. Bizbo, great effort save, and Green Mario is able to put it to the corner.
So what is EC Defiance supposed to do right here? Because even with Pico David in the lineup, you know, EC Defiance haven't been able to outpace the Dallas Burn. I mean, this is incredible to see from the FC Dallas boys for them to keep up and even go to the next level. But what can EC Defiance do at this point? Because they've had different lineups. They have the region advantage. What else do they need to do to get back into this?
They need to clear Indestructible and Anomaly out of the play right now. They're just covering too much of the net. They need to get them out of the way somehow, or get passes like this to Bird Nana, who finally relearned how to shoot the ball. 2 people go, and we're tied up.
And that's exactly the break they were looking for. No keeper at the back. The EM Dallas Bird player is getting sucked towards the ball, and it is the moment that EC Defiance were looking for. 2 apiece, 3 seconds remaining. But we go to overtime. Yes, we will. 2-2. Here we go.
Both these sides having a lot of play to help out. Oh no, is there a final? Oh my gosh. Bird Nana, goal line save, absolutely critical. Able to get it over 1, leading the charge the other way. Does he have another touch over another? Bizbo is stopped by Anomaly. Maybe another touch. Is able to get a boost steal, but Anomaly is able to clear danger just temporarily in order to get his teammates some boost. It's still awkward in front of net. ECD have to go quick here because EM Dallas Burn can recover really quickly on defense.
We saw a really close matchup in the Premier. We're seeing it right now in the Championship. EM Dallas Burn on the back for EC Defiance with the game winner courtesy of Bizbo. They are on the board. They needed this. They got it. It is now 2-1 in the matchup. EC Defiance are back.
And it's the return of Bird. The dude was absolutely harassing in the net, clearing the way for Bizbo to get that final goal. Critical play here from Bird. Green Mario supplying a lot of the coverage in the midfield to get the offense going here for ECD. Huge Game 3 win for them.
They needed this too. After the first 2 games, especially losing that Game 2 when they were ahead, they needed this comeback. Might this be what shifts the tides in their favor? With that said, both teams do love to make substitutions, so each game probably just, you know, gets played out on its own. And I would not be surprised to see every game being played out differently just because of how often both teams like to make their subs.
Yeah, I could see a lot of subs going on between these 2 sides. Although, even in recent times, we have seen EC Defiance willing to throw out the team that gets the job done here within this playoff format. They do like to shift around, but even in a game like this where they do end up winning, they're probably thinking, maybe we need to find a different balance right now. Not trying to disrespect Playboy Fari on this one, but I know they're looking for a combo that'll just have a lot more coverage on their end to where they feel a lot more comfortable to be like, all right, that's the 3 we're sending. Because in 1 week, we could have a Green Mario pop off. Next week, you know, we're having a Parks pop off.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Chat, if you were enjoying the action from the premiere and the chat, just a heads up for you all, SGL is going to be hosting their first ever LAN this year in the week of RLCS Worlds in the DFW region. We are going to be hosting it at GGEC Gaming Cafe at Plano, Texas on Thursday of the week of RLCS Worlds. I believe that's September 17th, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep. That would be correct. Wednesday is the 16th. I've been looking at that date a lot recently.
So chat, if you're loving this, make sure to join us. GGEC Gaming Cafe, Plano, Texas, September 17th. Be there for the first ever SGL LAN event. And on that note, SGL will also be involved in Worlds. We'll be going together as a group and watching all the matches live in the arena. If you were there, come say hi to us. Come hang out with us. We're going to have an absolute blast. But here we go. Game 4, 2-1 to EC Defiance. They have the momentum on their side, but with the subs, the game can change completely. Posey coming in along with Skyline, aka Total Toadster, for Pico David, and Anomaly, and it is EM Dallasburg who benefit off of the subs. Indestructible with the lead.
Man, it's just such a quick fire defense to offense. Skyline making his presence known immediately, forcing Green Mario to go to the corner quite wisely, but unfortunately for them, Indestructible is just looming, lurking, waiting to get the shot on. Takes it. Early lead for EM Dallasburg, and even took it away from his teammate in Ponzi. Might have been an opportunity for 2-0, but we just have to retreat for right now.
You see Defiance on the back foot at the moment. The subs have made the difference. And speaking of subs, Nose coming in for Bismo right here. Nose has been the X factor for EC Defiance in the past seasons. This time having a bit of a quieter role, but he can still turn up when needed. And now it's Nose who is going towards the ball, looking for the shot! What a placement from Nose! What a finish! We told you Nose is capable of making a difference. Look at that finish! Beating Indestructible to the ball, and EC Defiance are back. It's 1-1.
He may look like an Aussie looking like Turd Ferguson out here, but boy, can he shoot the ball. Nose, that's the one you want to call in this situation. Always getting it done. Has to play defense, though, and Skyline is faking out the entire defense, getting the 1-goal lead back.
What an insane fake that is from Skyline. I don't know if he meant it, but what doesn't matter. Nose was thrown off right there by Skyline going up towards the ball. EM Dallasburg don't take long to take the lead back. It's 2-1, but we have 4 minutes remaining. 4 minutes of insane Rocket League action from these two sides in the championship. If you thought the Prem was insane, get ready for the Chap. They can turn it on its head and really make this incredibly entertaining as Nose gets his second and the equalizer 10 seconds after kickoff.
Oh, what have I witnessed? I thought Bird was going to get that one. It was such a good dribble. Little pop, little shot. Nobody got that in the midfield. Even Green Mario had a little fake out. Next thing you know, he's like, you know what? Better call Nose. Nope, there's no Saul out here. It's time to call Nose. The shot is perfect. The score is tied. We are back level and even, and this is exactly what ECD needs to continue, as Nose is already passing to Green Mario. Unfortunately, the shot is a bit too weak, forcing Bird to put that one to the corner, but not before Ponzi interrupts. Maybe a shot, or we're just going to go back and forth with this ball.
Ooh, awkward touch right there, but Skyline beating one, could have beat the second, gets demoed. Shot on goal, Indestructible right it there to get the save. Now centering it, is anyone there? Skyline barely makes it to stop Green Mario from getting the goal to give EC Defiance the lead. And now EC Defiance needs to go back. They couldn't get back in time. Indestructible there to finish off the counterattack, kicked off by Posey. 64 miles per hour, 103 kilometers per hour, courtesy of AlensBangersOnly.com. Radar gun, Indestructible with the dunk and the lead for EM Dallasburg.
Oh, that was such a good pinch. So satisfying from Ponzi to see. Bird had no time to react to that. He was playing near post, thinking that there's no way this is just going to go this fast across the net. Next thing you know, he's going, oh crap, I got to look over my head. Mario, you there? Please, please tell me. Nope. Indestructible. There for the shot. Back to 1-up. And EC Defiance, what do they got in the tank? They've been able to respond really well so far. They gotta look at these chances they got in the middle. It's a brilliant fake out from Green Mario. EM Dallasburg can't really handle some of these misses here by ECD, or maybe some calculated fakes, but not in this case. Oh, Green Mario has to save them at the last moment. EM Dallasburg, do they have another to take? No, it's cleared out to the middle.
But the ball goes into the midfield. It's back in front of the orange goal mouth yet again. EC Defiance are pinned back. EM Dallasburg hunting for the fourth. Two people going up for that. Bernada clearing it away. The 50 is clutch there from Green Mario. Can EM Dallas, like, can EM Defiance get the goal? What a touch. Not enough power, though. Green Mario looking for the equalizer. What a save. If there was a bit more power, though, that would have got in, surely.
About to say, we need some more power on that one. It's not going to go on in this EM Dallasburg defense. They're going to say no to that every day of the week. But they got to turn around now. Bird has the dribble. Oh, it sneaks by. No. I don't know what happened. What kind of ghost touch? What just happened?
How'd that ball not roll in? That's insanely unlucky for EC Defiance as well. But for them, everything's going their way at the moment. They just need to get that final touch, that final finish. We are entering the final 90 seconds. 3-2 to EM Dallasburg. They're hunting for the fourth right here. They don't want to sit back and defend. This devil might come up clutch for easy Defiance, but Posey is back to get the 50. Indestructible with the clear.
It's a great little pop to the side. Can Bird get the touch? He can. He's got the double. He's looking for the pitch across.
Oh
he
my
can,
God.
but there's no teammate there. Oh, that was brilliant from Bird. If only we had a teammate over there.
You gotta take your chances, Devin. If you're getting something like that, you have to anticipate it and go for it. You're down by 1. You have to go for it. Now you're gonna have to defend as we enter the final minute. Easy to find. Have a shot right here. Nose towards Bird. Indestructible reads the play, but he cannot get the second. Posey gets that touch away. EM Dallas Bird can breathe a sigh of relief as
Oh
the
no,
clock
what the?
goes in their favor.
Oh, okay. EC Defiance players are avoiding the ball right now. EM Dallas Burns at least able to drop this one into the middle. It's a great touch by Bird. Indestructible looking for a teammate to help out. Knows, can he get a ball downfield? He can. Bird is up, willing to fly for anything, but no touch. Unlike everything we've seen so far from Bird. Oh, they're both caught out of position. It's so awkward. Can Green Mario turn around? He can maybe get a 50. It's over. Indestructible. Pass right to him. There's no bump. Actually, there is. Nose to the
That's on
corner.
target. Oh no.
Oh no.
But wait, the ball's still up, but everyone went up for EC Defiance after winning game 3. They now have to contend with EM Dallas Bird being on championship point. What a huge game 4 win for the FC Dallas boys. We saw El Matador win it in the second matchup. Can EM Dallas Bird do it in the first? Let's see how this game 5 goes.
If there's any team I trust to maybe get a momentum swing, after watching the last series between them and EC Eternal, I would trust them to get that that swing going back their way, especially when we're making subs that EM Dallas Burn has, and the people that Defiance have in the tank. Honestly, even with like just the goal swing between them, back 3-2 this way, EC Defiance, they're very capable of pulling this one out. I wouldn't be scared if even down 3-1. Might be, quote unquote, one of the worst leads in sports to have in a series.
Oh, yes, absolutely. I mean, we've seen a lot of teams get into this comfortable position and lose out on it. It has happened in SGL as well. But it's all about making your moments count, getting the execution right. And every game needs to be treated seriously because at the end of the day, both teams are going to make subs. You know what to expect. Can the subs make it count? That's what matters for these two sides. It's the exact opposite to how the first matchup went in the Premier. KC Cauldron sticking with their trio throughout. El Matador sticking with Caesar, Luis, and Huey. But both these teams, you know it, they're changing it up yet again, Devitt.
You know they gotta change it up. You know ECD is gonna be changing up. We just gotta see if EM Dallas Burn is maybe feeling the same way. Are they gonna seal this one now? Or are we potentially maybe going to a Game 6 on the famed Neo Tokyo? But for now, we're going to, I forget, Estadio Vida. That's the name of this. I almost said Park de
Oh, okay. All right, now, Bisbo, oh my goodness, he gets away with it, but Skyline with the shot off
Wait.
the other post. That should have been 1-0 for EM Dallas Bird. EC Defiance getting away with it right there. Can they make this moment of luck count? They couldn't get the key touch. Now they have to defend yet again. Parks getting some time to get away with that awkward touch. Now Bisbo on his own at the other end. But Posey is there to get the ball away from him. Nose losing the 50 to Posey. The ball's in the midfield. Parks with a nice first touch. EC Defiance looking to get the first. And Novelty finally gets it away.
Only away, but not far out. And Anomaly gets it back. Shots off the top of the crossbar. Ball finds its way out to the midfield. Can Bisbo get anything started? He passes off the Parks. Maybe deflection, but no. Bisbo's going to have to start playing a little bit quicker. They got people like Ponzi on the other side of the field that do not care who you are. He will attack everything just to get you out of position or uncomfortable. But now Bisbo is turning up the speed, getting the shot from Nose, who puts it in the center for him.
Anomaly misses. Skylight too late. Bisbo there to make that attack count. EC Defiance with a huge lead right here. They gotta win this game because after this, we are going back to US Central for game 6 and 7.
Oh, shoot!
And what a second for Bisbo and EC Defiance straight out of kickoff. Surely now, EC Defiance have the momentum on their side.
It's the kickoff of dreams. It's perfect. Parks literally dead balls it with Anomaly. And Bisbo's like, all right, I'm coming in for this one. It's right behind. Bang, bang. 2-0 here to ECD.
And chat, if you're loving this insane action from both the Chap and the Premier, another reminder, we have our first ever SGL LAN scheduled for this year, Thursday, September 17th at GG Easy Gaming Cafe in Plano, Texas. Come and join us right there. Meet up with us in person and see great action like this. And Skyline gets one back for EM Dallasburg. Game on in Game 5.
The team plays are coming out now. It's Buell from Ponzi who gets it to Anomaly. And Skyline, you know he's lurking. He's waiting to get a shot on to prove his worth here for EM Dallasburg. He's getting on the board here for his side. It's beautiful, and he halves the lead.
Now, Devin, you've been around this whole community for a long while. You know, you've seen many teams come through in the first and second divisions. You've been in the top division yourself with Steel Army. You've seen the Chap grow in the past few seasons. How much better have these guys have gotten? How much more intense have these games gotten over the past few seasons?
I'm going to give you one example of that. As soon as we talk about how Parks just scored that goal here for ECD off of a shot from nose, you know what? It's good. That's just capitalizing on your open opportunities.
At the end of the day, it's all about execution, and EC Defiance are definitely executing well. EM Dallasburg struggling defensively. Indestructible not in this game. The first game that EM Dallasburg are playing without Indestructible. Bones, Anomaly, coming in for him. And right now, they're definitely missing Indestructible's presence right here. Bisbo making his presence count, though, for EC Defiance.
But back to your question about, you know, what's it like and how much of these guys improved. I'll give you one result that has already proved enough out of this. Steel Army turned up 4th in this tournament after you expected them to probably either get second or challenge in the grand finals. ECD, look at them. They're in the grand finals after getting a loser's run after being in winners finals. EM Dallasburg, they get through to the grand finals on winner's side with plays like this, able to capitalize from the midfield, catch the defense out of position, and it is 3-2.
3-2. Lead halved yet again. EM Dallasburg still in this with 2 minutes 22 seconds remaining. EC Defiance cannot rest on their laurels. They have to be switched on at all times. I think they know that for sure. It's turning into a goal press at the moment as the ball goes out to the midfield. Nose keeping the pressure up, but everyone just goes away from the ball for a second. Skyline rushing to that, trying to get it away. Posey with a nice 50. Skyline doesn't have any boost. He doesn't need any boost. I think that's the ball into the orange half. Posey setting it up, but the ball gets cleared out, and that was clutch. Anomaly using all of his boost to get the ball towards the goal. Posey with a low shot. Parks at the right place to get the save and get it out. And right now, EM Dallasburg just falling back as EC Defiance take control.
Yeah, EC Defiance have really been noting that their control has been lifted out of this game. They got to get the opportunities back. Oh, perfect for Bisbo off the corner of the post and the crossbar. No go here. But you see, you know, the script has been flipped. We're now back to EC Defiance side. They're on the attacking side. But they can't let Skyline get out in the middle for too long, and as he does that, literally misses the ball. Unfortunate for me to see at that moment right there. Maybe Anomaly can cover his bases. Nope, no go. It's over everybody on EM Dallasburg, but Skyline does really well to get that one out.
And what a pinch as well, straight to the midfield. Posey lurking at the corner in the orange half. Gets a big center, but the ball pops up way too high. Skyline looking to get a touch to keep the attack going. Anomaly now into the middle. It's Posey right there. Skyline's going to follow it up instead. Doesn't get enough power, and EC Defiance are able to see that attack off. Can they get the touch they need to take over? Nose trying to control it, but Skyline engages with him instantly. Posey misses. Parks does as well. Bisbo gets it out. Can he follow this up? He has no boost to follow it up with a second touch. He gets it back into the midfield to Nose, and EC Defiance looking to run down the clock as we enter the final 30 seconds.
It might be wise for ECD just to continue to run out this clock. I know they've been unwilling to, let the pressure shift back to EM Dallas Burn. In a lot of cases, I would agree. But now you're looking at a team without Indestructible. You just have to save the stuff that's off the line. Anomaly, that's not going to be quick enough. You just got to get in the way. And now they've done it. It's sealed off of too much of a commit from EM Dallas Burn. Nose gets the dagger here for ECD.
Everyone up for EM Dallas Burn. Posey needed to get that touch, but he cannot. EM Dallas Burn on match point are looking very likely to lose this Game 5. EC Defiance are not giving up yet. They are going to take us to Neo Tokyo in Game 6 unless EM Dallas Burn can get a quick comeback. But they need a goal right now. Those demos, though, don't help them in their cause. And chat, we are definitely going to Game 6. We are going to Neo Tokyo, and we are also going to go into a new lobby.
Yep, new lobby time. EC Defiance have weathered the storm, not getting swept. They go down the first 2 games. They take 2 out of 3. Absolutely critical for them to stave off elimination. But as mentioned, going back to the west side, it's going to be tough to do. They've been looking a lot better. They tend to warm up in these series rather than, get going right from the start. So I feel like if the trends have told me anything, ECD should be fine no matter what region they are in. But let us know what your thoughts are as we go into this game number 6 as we go towards Neo Tokyo.
Oh, I forgot. I should complete the prediction because we still had the prediction going for the 10.5 Premier Champion.
Oh, shoot.
I just got that finished. Sorry, Trash Loot. You lose out on your points.
I didn't even realize we had to predict the up. Oh my gosh. Oh, that's unfortunate.
That was a massive win for EC Defiance, and they needed this as we go back to US Central. What will it take for them now to take us to Champions Field? Because they still have a lot to do, by the way. After winning this, they have to do it all over again. I mean, it's going to be an astronomical effort for them, but so far they have showed themselves up, and they are looking really good right here.
Well, and I think that's... Honestly, I think their greatest weapon is just the way they talk to each other through these series. I've heard it from multiple of them throughout every interview we've had so far. We're interviewing them in wins, losses. They just need to keep the vibes up. Just keep up the decent plays. They just need to not get in their own heads. Because they're a team that, honestly, they have been able to block out a lot of noise whenever it comes to, how they play the game. They have a game plan, they stick to it, which I can really appreciate. They just need to just stay level, keep the track ahead. Not too, I guess, tunnel vision in a way, but they clearly found the secret to success in how they communicate with each other. Just don't lose sight of that.
Yep, absolutely, absolutely. And I think it's that kind of self-belief that helps keep them going, and so few teams demonstrate that. I mean, a lot of people just lose their momentum when things start to go against them, but this EC Defiance team they have an incredible amount of self-belief that no team can really, handle, I guess, and no team could really replicate. We kind of saw it from EM Dallas Burn in the Premier when they were just on the back foot so often. In the Champ, though, they've had everything go their way, but now they're kind of on the back foot as we enter Game 6, 3-2. We've seen teams let everything slip from here. Will it happen for EM Dallas Burn, or will they finally seal the deal as they're still on championship point? We shall see.
Well, we shall see indeed. Well, we've seen EM Dallas Burn drop Indestructible for one game and see if they can, seal the deal without their most mechanically gifted player. But it's only so short-lived. He's going to be making an appearance for game number 6 to get this done, to get this series done in one time, denying ECD of that comeback. And we are just about to get that started now.
Here we go. Game 6, Neo Tokyo. We've seen so many legendary moments unfold in this arena. Both in the biggest stages at RLCS, including the World Championships, as well as here in SGL. We are now in US Central. EM Dallas Burn with home field advantage. They got to make it count now, though. EC Defiance on the front foot, but Indestructible wins that 50. No boost. Try to do a wall dash to get there, just fails at the last moment and loses control. Now his team has to defend. Bisbo, shot on goal, but off target.
Those are the opportunities that you want to see out of ECD, though. You want Bisbo to be challenging for more. You want to force EM Dallas Burn to get into these uncomfortable spots, using a lot more boost and trying to break out just to even get those 100 pads. So this is good by ECD. Get in there, get dirty, get the baseball pants a little dirty through these slides, and maybe one of these opportunities will fall through. But for right now, EM Dallas Burn have brought it out through Ponzi, looking for a 50. It's dangerous to go for that on offense, but still jumping for it anyway. Leaves it for Anomaly. No go on the center. And for ECD, they're breaking right back out, but unfortunately, Nose ends up missing the ball. Oh, it's a second miss here for ECD. It is so awkward here in front. Thankfully, Bisbo was able to get a 50 out to the midfield.
Speaking of Bisbo, look at the car he's turned up with now. He's turned up with the Fennec. You know, now he means business. He's going to want to go for it and give his all. He has put his big boy pants on for sure. EM Dallas Bird, they brought the biggest guns out now. No Caesar, but they don't need him here. Indestructible is out there with Posey at Anomaly.
That's huge.
That demo was absolutely huge, Devin. Can Easy Defiance make this count? Big misses for both teams. Shot on net. Guess who it is? It's Bisbo with the lead for EC Defiance.
Better call Bisbo over here after Parks absolutely fakes out EM Dallas Burn's defense. There's only one man left to go for EC Defiance. Probably the most accurate of them all. In Bisbo. Gets the shot. On target here for ECD. Huge 1-0 lead.
EM Dallas Bird, been on the front foot for a bit, but just haven't been able to create a good opportunity. They've just looked a bit too predictable right here, making themselves easy to be read by EC Defiance. We're now on the front foot right here. Parks hunting a demo and boosts. Bisbo now taking over. Anomaly getting demoed for that clearance. Passing it out to Indestructible, who's now looking for a solo dribble off the sidewall. Good defending right there by Nose to take it away to the opposite end. But now they got to clear it out, and they finally get it from Bisbo. This has been really good from EC Defiance right here, and they need to be this resilient to go into Champions Field.
Yeah, absolutely. I've been noticing how much they've been forcing Indestructible to jump for so many things, but as last back, as you're struggling, that's the worst time to have to face Indestructible when the net is available to be shot on like that.
What a bump by Posey, by the way, on the keeper. I believe that was Parks at the back, no? But he couldn't get up because of Posey. Indestructible slapping that ball down from right close to the net. What a piece. Every single time you see EM Dallas Bird get on the back foot, they find a way to bounce back. But can they now get the lead right here? They have the momentum on this side, but once again, another attack that is very easy to read. They have to rely on mistakes.
No.
A big one. Posey gets his goal stolen by Anomaly, but I don't think he cares. His team has the lead. A huge win from Bisbo, and that in the end is the difference.
Whether Ponzi meant to get that little of contact, I think it just drew out all the defense way too quick. And yeah, as you mentioned, he's not going to care. The ball is in the net. EM Dallas Burn have the lead in this game 6. Perfect for them. And now they're on the front foot.
Oh my goodness, is that open? Is it?
Wait.
Oh my goodness.
It's just open.
It wasn't really open. I think they had one guy at the back. Oh, Parks. Poor Parks. Having to deal with Posey. Hunting for it right there. Couldn't go up all the way. Indestructible gets the third for EM Dallas Bird. 1 minute 39 seconds remaining. EM Dallas Bird with a 2-goal lead in Game 6. Championship point for them. If they win this, it's all over. If EC Defiance can get this goal back, they will make things incredibly tense for EM Dallas Bird as they hunt for Game 7.
And that's perfect. Bisbo got the center off the corner, and Nose and Parks were ready to pounce on that immediately. Anomaly, such a rough backflip to go through. Feels backflip, man. But that's the stuff that you want to see from ECD. They can't really let down at this point. They just have to keep going with the flow. But then EM Dallas Burn just throws it right back at your face. Anomaly to the backboard. Indestructible as the second man gets the shot. Too quick here for EC Defiance's defense, and the 2-goal lead is back.
once you saw that kickoff go in EM Dallas-Bird's favor, there was only one outcome that you were going to expect at the end. They got the goal right there. Oh my goodness, that what a kickoff there for EC Defiance, but the bump came in clutch for EM Dallas-Bird. Momentum loss for EC Defiance. Now they have to defend. Indestructible not able to get a big touch right there that he needed. And now he needs to go back to defend. Posey sitting back. Clears it out, incredibly so. The bump in favor for Indestructible, looking for the center, but Bisbo has the position to get the clearance as we enter the final minute. 2-goal lead for EM Dallas-Bird, but a 2-goal lead is dangerous, not only in soccer, but also in Rocket League. Still a lot of time for EC Defiance to get back. They have to get a goal right here, right now, though.
Yeah, and Bisbo does not have the boost to go for it. Opts not for control, opts to try to speed it up. But it's not the play. He doesn't have the boost for that.
Oh,
and Parks
no.
is not able to get touch either. Anomaly is able to get that to the sidewall. Nose is kind of stuck in no man's land. Parks is able to help out at the last second. But EC Defiance really need to get something going right here. Because, I mean, we're only at 25 seconds left. 2-goal deficit. You need to go right now. Bisbo to the corner. And that's exactly what you need.
What a time to get the third and get one back. What a pass by Parks, by the way. Insane touch right there. And what a touch by Bisbo as well. Incredible finish to take it away from the keeper. No way they can reach out to that. 4-3 to EM Dallas-Bird. 1-goal lead. 20 seconds remaining. EM Dallas-Bird are going to hunt for the fifth because you know EC Defiance is going to get another. This is a perfect setup right there, but everyone was out of position. Big
Still committed.
Oh, big 50, Indestructible gets it away and into the midfield. Final 10 seconds, almost over. The ball is on the floor. It's not over yet.
Wait, no, oh wait, is somebody there? No, it's gonna fall! EM Dallas-Bird are your season 10.5 Championship League winners.
Chat and debit, we have 2 Dallas teams who are your champions this season. El Matador in the Premier, and now EM Dallas-Bird in the championship. It took 2 best-of-7 series for El Matador to win. For this matchup, all EM Dallas-Bird needed was 6 games to win the whole thing, and they have done it. Congratulations to both Dallas teams winning it all in both the Premier and the Championship. What an incredible season 10.5 we've had here.
Oh my gosh, I'm glad I could be in the booth for this final matchup here. I mean, this was a tournament that I had no idea if we were gonna get off the ground, even in the first place. So to have everybody join in and form up in 2 leagues like this to get these 2 brackets going, insane performance. And I'm glad at the level of improvement I'm seeing from every team so far. EM Dallas-Bird, you gotta enjoy it, live it up. EC Defiance, hey, that's a 4-2 series against EM Dallas-Bird. That's a lot of pride to take away from a series like that.
Absolutely, and an incredible mini season for for EC Defiance right here, by the way, finishing second this time around. Absolutely awesome for them. As for EM Dallas-Bird, they go back into the championship. Their first rendition was as EM Big Dogs. Didn't really go too far, but they still had a good season, getting a big upset win over Steel Army in the process. This time around, they are your season 10.5 champions. Chat and Devin. Oh my goodness. So, Devin, can you give everyone in chat a quick background of what season 10.5 was supposed to be? Because this is not a full season, as you can tell.
No.
10.5.
This was not a full season. We sort of looked around because we finished up season 10, right around March-ish, I want to say, right whenever the seasons were coming into swing for MLS and USL, respectively. Also, Skyline, thank you for the 10,000 bit. What the? Sir? Pardon?
Wait, okay. So Skylo is throwing out little bitty donations, by the way. 10,000 bits for context is $100.
Yeah.
Damn.
But
listen, there's only one reaction.
Oh my god!
That's better than what I'm throwing out right now. I just have the but.
You're stuttering like Porky Pig right now, bro.
Literally. Not for real. Yes, Skyline actually funding this land based off the donations alone.
God.
All right, so back to what I was talking about.
Mini season, yes.
Gosh, thank you, Skyline, for those bits. Holy shit, man. Yeah, season 10 ended right around March, and we were like, you know what? Can we get something going right before the World Cup? Because, these teams, we really like to play Rocket League a lot, SGL. And I say this every time the season ends. Guys, we just finished the season. Do we have to run a full season like 2 months afterwards? It's about to be summer. No, people are going to want to go outside and start drinking on some beer decks and gardens and restaurants and everywhere, and be at soccer stadiums. So I was like kind of iffy on that. But then we were like, what if we did one that lined up right before the World Cup, and then we just took that break until we get further into, like the year, like a full season. And I'm like, okay, what are we going to do? And we looked at the teams that were signing up, and we go, could we do one giant league, or could we do split tournament competitions? And with the amount of teams that signed up, which was pretty much, I think, every team that we could possibly field.
13 teams
like one
total.
or two. And we had 2 new additions into the season as well. And by 2, I mean specifically the Minnesota fellas joining in Wonderwall Blue and Wonderwall Black. We get those additions coming in, so they get a taste of what SGL is about. And we just ran a double elimination bracket. I mean, obviously the World Cup's going to be single elim after group stage, but still, we are going to be, doing a double elim bracket for both these leagues that are, spread out in skill level. That we want to give all these teams a chance to showcase what they got. And after looking at most of the competition that we had going on, I think everybody was living up to the hype.
Oh, absolutely.
As far as how it played out.
Oh my god, absolutely. Speaking of hype, Devin, do you want to remind everyone in chat of one other thing?
Oh baby. Okay. What are we vague posting about now? This could be anything.
No, it's what I announced twice already. The lad and Worlds.
That's buddy. Okay.
Just one more time. Listen, just do this one last time, and then we'll jump straight into interviews.
Okay, because I want to talk to people. What? All right, so, and everybody, World Cup's about to happen, but it doesn't stop us from joining up. We have only just learned that RLCS will be back at Dickey's Arena once more, a Monkey Moon Arena, and a lot of us will be going. We're talking join in section 114 if you see us around. And this is one thing we've been trying to do for a long time. Try to see if we can get a bunch of SGL people in one exact spot and run a LAN style tournament. Because what are the chances we ever get to do that kind of thing? And now it is finally possible. We have done it through the funds not only of SGL, but your subs, Skyline subs, and bits, which account for a lot of this, if I'm being completely honest.
Let's be honest, yeah, they do. They do.
And now we finally get to have the in-person LAN together.
You know what? Speaking of Skyline Debit, it's only appropriate that we bring him in for our first interview, but he will not be alone. So let us bring on in a tag team of Gnostics, aka Indestructible, and Skyline. Welcome on in, boys. Congratulations on your championship title this season 10.5. How are you guys feeling after that incredible matchup?
I knew it was happening. I consulted the tarot cards and the constellations, so I'm not surprised. But damn, it's a great feeling nonetheless.
Yeah, no, it was good. I wish I would have. I wish I had got to play the last game, but I got to sit there and cheer on and celebrate and throw some biddies in the chat. Fantastic win. It was good. Great FC Dallas championship overall.
Yeah, for real. We're talking doing the double at this point. Both Dallas teams have secured both these titles, so I mean, it's just a celebration all throughout. You guys in 1VC just going crazy, popping champagne, They're shaking the bottles, celebrating right now. Did we just interrupt an entire celebration?
Yeah, the after party is going to be insane. They're actually going to make a movie about it. It's Project X 3.0.
Oh yeah.
So be there or be square.
I will be there. Send the invite. We'll pop over immediately.
Hell yeah.
So guys, I mean, you know, you guys had a really good upper bracket run, but when you faced DC Defiance, they kind of put you guys on the back foot on multiple occasions. You know, you guys did bring out multiple subs as well. How are you guys able to deal with, you know, what EC Defiance had to throw with all their different lineups and with you guys constantly changing everything? Did you guys treat each game in isolation?
I think so. I think we just went out and played some Rocket League, to be honest.
Yeah, it was pretty much random. You know, I felt like I could have been in that last series, and I was.
I'm so sorry,
wasn't.
dude.
It's okay. It's
the second time you
stressful.
mentioned
Like,
it this interview. Oh my god.
Yeah.
I'll never
yeah.
make that same mistake ever again.
No, it was good. It was good. I thought we did good on the. I wish we'd got Pico David in that last series as well, but you know, FC Dallas, we've always been that team of like subbing out people, getting other players in, letting everybody get time on the pitch, and overall it just worked out tonight. So it was fantastic.
Absolutely.
Speaking of bringing in Mr. Pico David, you know, honestly, even for a player of his caliber, it really didn't feel like you guys were slowing down much whenever bringing him on the pitch. Some people would probably allude that this is possible given his you know, insane skill to deal with, but what's it been like for Playboy Farty? It seems like he's adjusting really well to having you guys as teammates.
Yeah, I'm basically gonna say there's like a zero skill gap between anybody now. So he's, as much as he says he doesn't play the game, he doesn't play the game anymore. He's deleted the game. I would tell you that's all false. He 100% has been totally involved. There's no doubt in my mind that he's a great player and can play on the same level as Indestructible at this point.
Absolutely. Actually, we duo in comp.
We actually do? Tell me you actually have duoed in comp.
Please.
Tell me. Please.
Please.
For legitimate reasons, no.
If he was online all the other times we were playing, then yes. But because he's not, we have not.
Dang.
Right.
Missed opportunity.
Yeah.
We've asked him so many times, but he egos us because he's just that much better and he can.
Oh my gosh. Never mind. He's losing my favor right now. King's on his perch, too high up to be with the classic 1200 MMR players out here.
And we brought him in with, I mean, I would say not our strongest line either, not our strongest two players. I don't mean that to be offensive, but I mean, we're so confident with him, we'll just throw him in a random lineup and go in with full confidence.
So, you know, let's move on to the rest of the team now because, you know, you guys were up in the premiere. You two were Indestructible without Matador. And, you know, both downsides just struggled to really impose themselves throughout Season 10. How much have these squad changes for both your respective teams contributed to your successes this season?
You know, speaking of all that, Maz, I would tell you, like, we, both myself and Indestructible did not realize we had got relegated until Season 10.5 started. So, yeah, it was a huge wake-up call for us overall. And I blame most of this on Gnostics. So.
I don't know. You know, we did have a rough time in Season 10. That was my first season. So, and I get a little bit nervous whenever I play on stream. So, I think mentally it felt better to play here. And honestly, we just have such a good group. Everybody on the team is super chill. The vibes are always good. And we're all kind of around the same skill level. So, like Luis is easily the hard carry, or was the hard carry in season 10. And so, whenever he plays with us, he has to make changes to his normal gameplay. With us, we don't have to do that. It's kind of just Pete and repeat. It's, how we play is how we played in season 10.5 is how we would play in normal comps. So it felt good to be playing with everybody this season.
So I'm curious now, does that mean you guys are you guys gonna stick with these lineups then for season 11, or are you guys planning to change it up yet again?
I don't know. I think it'll be a mix of whatever the rest of EM wants to do. So if they want to keep us down here, I don't have a problem with it. If they want to move us up, I really don't care. I just want to play with Skyline, that's about it. But I really don't mind where I'm placed.
There you go. Debit, any other questions from you?
It's a good question through it all, because I have no idea what your rosters are going to be season over season, because I feel like I'm getting so many different permutations of your guys' lineup every time.
Yeah.
But I kind of hope I can see I kind of hope I could see you and Skyline together again, because you guys are just forming a crazy duo together. That getting like you, Anomaly, and like Ponzi and Playboy 40, it's a good mix to have between you all. So I hope to see you back in the championship next time as well.
And shout out to Anomaly. I hadn't met him until this season, and I think he's a really solid player. I don't have a lot of fear, or I'm not anxious whenever he's alone defending the net and he's in a 1v2 or even a 1v3 situation. I think he's extremely solid. Probably one of the most underrated players this season. I think he's performed fantastic, and when Ponzi and I play, it's kind of just raps. It's GG to everybody else. All love though, all love.
Incredible note to end off for these guys. I think we got to give them the floor, and then they can go back and celebrate with their fellas. How about it?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
The floor is yours. Gnostics and Skylight, go ahead. Say whatever you want to say. Time is now.
I'll let you go first, Gnostics.
Well, we got to shout out SCV Law Firm.
Yes,
Most
sir.
definitely. And I don't know, shout out to all of EM. We had an incredible season 10.5. So, it was just our time to shine. Shout out to my mom, I guess. And that's about it.
Short and sweet, love it. I'll jump in after that. Thanks for the shout out to SCV Law Firm. We do personal injury law. Anybody gets in a car wreck, call me, shoot me a message on Discord, whatever. I'll take care of you. Shout out to FC Dallas. Shout out Peter Musa in Croatia. I know they had a rough game today against Slovenia, but looking forward to the World Cup. I am basically going to root for anything in North America. Obviously, Mexico next Thursday. The U.S. is playing Friday, and Canada. Shout out to you, Maz, for that. I am, glad to be a part of the community. Looking super forward to September with RLCS Worlds in Fort Worth and doing our LAN event. I hope everybody, whoever comes into town, can join that. And I'm really looking forward to meeting everybody there. Saturday night, FC Dallas versus FC Austin. I think that's the 19th of September. So looking forward to meeting everyone there, and then looking forward to RLCS Worlds in Fort Worth. So Love all you guys. Love the community, and looking forward to everything coming up. Thanks.
Very well said, guys. Very well said. Well, thank you very much for your interview. Go celebrate that victory. And we will see you guys next time wherever we meet up, either online or in person in September. Take care. Have a
Yeah.
good night.
All right, absolutely.
Take care,
Peace out.
boys.
Yeah, before we jump into our second interview, Devitt, this is the roster. Whoa, why is there that logo? No, 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 no. That's wrong. That's wrong.
Well, if you think about it.
Yeah, it kind of makes sense. No, 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 no. This ain't it. This ain't it. This ain't it. It's this. It's this. It's this. There you go. Now it's better.
Okay.
EM Dallas Bird. Look at that lineup right there. Posey, Playboy Farty, Anomaly, Gnostics. Kiwi, by the way, who didn't make an appearance but is in the roster, so he gets the championship. And Skyline right there. Those boys are going to be very happy tonight. Huge championship victory for them.
Another championship comes to Dallas yet again. This time in the championship. Well deserved. Well done to them. They get to go celebrate, getting it done in one full team effort. Even Kiwi, the moral support that they needed to get over the hump.
Absolutely, absolutely. But chat, we're not done with the interviews. That we have a second one lined up. Another tag team, by the way. So let us welcome on in from EC Defiance, Bird Nana, as well as Bisbo. Welcome on in, boys. Tough loss. I mean, you guys were bouncing back and looking very likely to get that Game 6 win, but then EM Dalsburg turned that game on its head. Valiant effort, though. You guys finished second in Season 10.5. How do you guys view this mini-season overall?
Yeah, I view this mini season as a complete success. It was good times were had, vibes were real, best finish ECD's had since forming, and yeah, we couldn't be happier. A lot of progress is being made, and we can notice that throughout the team.
Seconded.
You know, I was looking at your. That's real. That's real.
Sorry.
Sometimes you just gotta agree with your teammate, you know. They just say it so much, just good that you just gotta agree.
Yeah, and he's my captain, so I have to he pays me.
Shut up.
You pay your players? Oh, that's your mistake. Burr.
Oh, bro,
That's how we have so many Seattle teams.
You have no idea how many corners I have to work just to afford this team.
Oh no. Now my players are gonna hear about this and they're gonna be like, "Yo, where's mine?"
There's gonna be like a whole ethical breakdown on SGL. It's gonna.
We're gonna have a whole
Lawyer
union now.
Lawyer up.
SCV law firm. I'm about to get in so many accidents just based on how much is happening right now. But back to the matchup you guys had. Notice that you guys were rotating pretty heavily. I know in the past couple matchups you guys have kind of found your groove and stuck with a three that worked out. Was there a particular trio that just was never quite feeling it, or was it kind of we could
I think
figure it out?
everybody was just kind of having a rough match here and there. Everybody just wanted to kind of rotate out, give the other person a chance, see if they could handle like the pace of play. I don't think we really just found a three that kind of really stuck the groove until the end there with Nose, Parks, and Bisbo taking a win there, carrying us through that last match point. Every game was really close. I don't think we were really disappointed in any of our matches, but just no three really stood out to be super fluid.
Yeah, I agree. I think also we try to balance the player count. And Bird has been having to miss some of the games previous matches, so we wanted him featured in this match. And yeah, I don't know. We all think we can kind of step up at the same quality of play and sub out pretty freely because of that.
So on that note, I was curious about the number of subs both EM Dalsburg and you guys were making, but especially you guys, because I remember towards the end of last season, you guys were bringing up in your interviews how you wanted to stick with a committed trio. What was the reason behind the change of approach here in season 10.5? Why'd you guys decide to then change it up and start rotating a whole lot more?
I think kind of like how I covered earlier, just vibes was a big thing. This is just like a little mini season. We're here to have fun, but also kind of like to echo Bisbo, like everybody's been improving so much. Like you can see it with Parks and Nose and Mario. Like everybody's getting so much better all the time, and like yeah, we're not really scared to take on anybody. Really, no matter who's on the field, we can be confident that our communication is going to carry us most of the way. So like it's still kind of there, but like it wasn't super much of a focus just because this is just children.
That's
Speaking
fair.
on that note, just because of the three you had mentioned, watching Nose season 10 seemed to be like one of his standout performances. Parks, we've always known to be like a sharp shooter through it all. Green Mario was.
Let's talk about Mario.
I was about to
Yes.
say, this is the player
Yeah.
that I feel like this was his breakout season.
Yep.
Like,
Yes.
you concur with this? Like,
Yes.
You know, guess who
I
just got
concur.
their champ rewards for the first time this season?
that's right.
Yeah,
he did.
let's go.
The first time ever Parks, Mario, and I were in a lobby all together comp, and we were all champ together. That was the first time last night. So like, yeah, everybody's definitely working on their competitive matchmaking ranks and getting better.
But yeah, no doubt, Green
Mario for sure.
MVP of the season for us, I think.
Yeah, he stood out in almost every game, especially that last series matchup against ECE. I was trying to watch that on the plane, and man, every time I tuned in, I had a chance. It was like Mario was scoring a game-winning shot, and I was just baffled.
Some ridiculous goals too. I gotta admit, like I feel like there's some stuff that like you just don't see like a player like Mario ever go for, and the next thing you know, you're like, oh wait, hang on, wait, he was capable of that? What are
Yeah.
you talking
I-
about?
I think it was the start of last season. He upgraded his PC, and I think that honestly has helped him out so much.
Yeah. And he's always been a consistent defender, and I feel like I had noticed that he was actually like a pretty baller dribbler. Like he throughout this season, and we play comp all the time, of course. He just can just juke dudes on the ground left and right, and I think he like realized he can also be an offensive force, not just a defensive wall, you know. And I think it really showed this season.
So, because of how much better everyone's getting in EC Defiance, how much more difficult does selecting your best trio get? I mean, are you guys going to even want to try to do that? Or are you guys just going to be happily rotating your teams even in Season 11 and possibly beyond?
I think we'll be happily rotating and be giddy with each other as it happens throughout the entire time.
Yeah.
And I think it's not like we're not focused on who's the best trio, like who's the best three we could put out there. It's mostly vibes focused, I think, a lot of the time. Who's feeling locked in, who's hitting their hits well, making their shots, calling out their comms, like all those things are key factors into like who we decide's making that next matchup.
Absolutely fair. Very well said.
So with all that said, just out of curiosity, I wanted to ask this question. Any of you coming down to Dallas in mid-September by chance?
You know, that would be so cool, but I cannot swing that this year. I have a lot going on.
Oh man, potentially. I used to be in another Rocket League, and a bunch of those guys meet up. Usually in the Seattle region to watch like the finals. We usually rent like a cabin and then just watch the pros play. It's very a lot of drinking, and I'm the oldest by like a decade, but that's fine. But I think some of those guys might be going down to Dallas, so that could make me interested. And this LAN concept is pretty interesting too.
Okay. So I wanted to ask because you know that there's rare opportunities to ever see people IRL and SGL. So I really wanted to see if we could see any of you guys down there, especially after playing with Bird in the the Champa Team of the Season competition that we had. I'm like, oh dang, hang on a sec. I gotta play with these guys more.
Yeah, we're chill.
Yeah.
Come play with us. Be our friends.
I should.
We have lots of sweet treats.
So I have no other questions. Devin, do you have anything else?
Nothing else. Honestly, just can't wait to see you guys in season 11 at this point. I'm sure we'll have some good battles, and yeah, I'll just leave the floor to you guys to close it on out.
Bizbo, you want to go first?
Okay, sure. GG's, everybody. Thank you for streaming, Debit Moz, and everybody else this season. GG's to Dallas, sadly. They were really good. We always knew that was going to be a hard finals, and they were a fun team to play against. And every team we played against, honestly, this season was pretty fun. So, yeah, thanks for running it. Thank you for all the players for showing up. Thank you to my team for bringing me in, and thanks to my wife for watching in the other room, and her brother for watching in Portland.
Hey.
Yeah, shout out everybody on the Seattle server. They're always popping in on these streams, lighting up the chat, cheering for each other. So I appreciate everybody out there. Appreciate ECD, of course. Everybody's pulling out, making a great time, showing up. Shout out to my mom. She watches my streams. And shout out to all my friends that I send a link to. Also, you guys support that. You're showing up in the chat. I see you guys. Yeah, GG's, everybody. Thanks, SGL, for putting this on.
Yeah, thanks, guys. GG's.
GG's. Thank you very much. We
GG's,
look forward to
fellas.
seeing you all in season 11. Take care.
Oh, yeah. Bye.
Whew. So that was the championship, Debit. Oh my god, what a freaking finale, yeah?
Yeah.
We do have one more interview, but before we do that, can we quickly recap the championship? Skyline drops another 35 bits just because he wanted to. I forgot about that as well. Not just now, 15 minutes ago, but I just noticed it in the feed. So, Skyline, what
I
a
did
guy.
too. He just be dropping tidbits everywhere, and then the occasional 10,000. You know, no big deal.
Yeah. Actually,
But,
you know, hold off on the brackets. We'll just go straight to the interview.
Yeah.
We got to get that started because I still have to finalize the brackets. That's on me.
Hello.
Bringing on
He's
in.
back.
I'm back.
No intro. He's back.
Yeah, I came back for I hopped out of my hole in the ground again. To come back and do an interview.
Well, you know what? I'm going to give you guys the floor now because we have the interview ready to go. So let us welcome on in Luis from El Matador. Luis, season 10.5 champions. After a terrible first matchup where you guys got swept by Casey Cauldron, it felt like everything came full circle with that. But how did you guys bounce back in the second matchup?
Yo, what's up? How do we bounce back in the second matchup? I don't know. We just played more as a team, I think. We didn't rotate as much in the second series, so you know, just kind of went out there and just got it done, I guess.
See, yeah, I got. But I was that was gonna be my question. Luis. So I mentioned this earlier on the stream, but if you feel comfortable, you know, you've had a little bit of a rough week on the game and stuff like that. So just, I guess, can you talk about more of the mental side of this game? And I guess not only like what were you going through, especially in that first series, but you know, what did it take to get you to sort of flip that switch?
Yeah, it's been a pretty rough week, Rocket League, for me. Had some stuff that happened at my gym that made my head hurt. We'll just leave it at that. And so I've been dealing with some headaches and stuff, taking some medicine. But yeah, my teammates just carried me. I mean, I was losing playoff series in other leagues, so I needed my teammates to carry me, and they did. So I was out there, man. I was just doing cardio, and Caesar, Wicca, and Kiwi just helped me out, and we got it over the line. Cauldron played really well. They just had some insane saves, like so many times in the series. They like to sit in net a lot, especially Serrano. And I don't know. I thought he was going to be the same as like your series, David, where they just sat in net and saved everything. But yeah, we found a way at the end.
Yeah, I mean, it's always tough to get your head back in the game after a tough series, and I mean, it looked like after that game 1 of the second series, it looked like more of the same, but something just really switched. I have more questions about your team, like not just you. We talked about the mental side of this game. Somebody that I saw who has really improved, not only in terms of the mental, but in terms of the mechanical and the game sense, was Huey. I mean, man, talk about him in that second series. You know, what was he saying? What was going through his head? Because Huey was on one.
Yeah, Huey's been our best player, I think, for the past couple series. I mean, he's really grinding the game right now. He's top 4 in I almost said NCAA, in MAC League right now in UR. So his team's doing really well. He's coaching and stuff and doing that sort of stuff as well. So he's like really locked in. You know what I mean? So, yeah, he was always good in the comms. You know, saying like we got this. Like just head up. Like, go next. Even when I was like super out of it. So yeah, shout out Huey. I mean, he was probably the MVP of the league, of the mini season, to be honest, if it were up to me. And then his power went out at the end, so we had to bring in Wicca. But yeah, Huey was like W mental.
I was wondering why you subbed out Huey for Wick after he had his best game of the whole series. That makes sense. I didn't know his power went out. I thought when you told me earlier that his power went out, I thought you meant like after the whole series. I didn't realize it was after that game. That's insane. I mean, I had another question. Yeah. So I guess just talk about this season as a whole. You know what I mean? Season 10.5. El Matador kind of getting the band back together. I mean, you know, how, aside from like the obvious ways, what was different about this season than the previous season specifically?
Yeah, I mean, it's no secret that last season we decided to split up all of our best players to 2 different teams, and we had fun doing that. It was a bit of an up and down season, I think, for both teams, finishing lower on the tables, I think, in both divisions. So, I mean, yeah, when we have our starting 3 of me, Caesar, and Huey now, I think Huey's developed so much. I think, I think we're the best team in the league. Do want to highlight that I think that there are, 4 teams now that are actually, I think, at the highest level that we've had during the SGL portion with just fans. I think Cinco Doce, KC, Timbers Army, and us can field all Grand Champ or above players, and so the quality's like really gotten a lot better. And so I think people are getting better. I mean, Huey is a most improved player, I think, as well. So
100%.
Yeah, we're better than we were in the season 10, and who knows for season 11? Hope to have a lot more teams and a lot more faces, and hopefully ECRC come back too, and other teams that didn't get a chance to play in 10.5. But it was a great little mini season. I thought it was really fun, and we finished on time, which is a big plus.
Absolutely. I have a couple more questions, if that's okay. So the ones I got to mention, I've mentioned Wick, I've mentioned Huey, I haven't mentioned Kuv and Caesar yet. I guess, can you talk about, Kuv coming in game 2 of the first? Hey, shut up, Fran. I don't want to hear it, bro. I'm getting everybody. You should be lucky because you got to remember, I'm an Austin guy. I could be. I met Bernie Kamungo and I didn't know who he was yesterday. I don't want. I don't
a
want to hear.
horrible footballer, so don't worry.
I'm talking about. I'm hyping y'all up, bro. I don't know why I'm getting roasted. Man, shout out Kuben Caesar, bro. Let us know, what was, I guess, the decision process like to keep Caesar off the field for so long, but also b letting Kuv get his moment in there as well.
Yeah, I mean, on Caesar's front, he wasn't home for the first series, so he just didn't play until I think the last game he got in. He was at the gym, totally forgot we had a game at the time we had scheduled. So, that's how Caesar rolls. You know what I mean? He stresses out he stresses out his teammates who are fully expecting him to be there. And so, he trolled a little bit, but in his absence, we got Kuv in. Kuv was playing from a hotel in Chicago. So, and by the way, the game that Colin played, I thought we could have won that game easily. Like, it was a close game, I believe, up until like the last minute. So yeah, shout out Colin. He didn't get to play much all season, but he got to play in the most important series of them all. So, and I thought he played really well. So,
heck yeah. I guess one more question before we get to the shout outs and everything. Well, actually, it's kind of two questions in one. Obviously, we got the World Cup break coming up. I know everybody's excited for that. But yeah, what are you guys' plans for, the next season? I mean, El Matador has always been one of those teams that, loves to bring in new people and get everybody. Like, you guys are, I think, the most involved team overall in SGL. Not just in terms of how many people y'all have, but about how much those people actually engage with everything. So I guess, what's you guys' plans for when we come back after the World Cup break?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to get some guys out for the LAN as well. Maybe some just regular EM members to come out and support and stuff. But I mean, we do our best to try to recruit on Reddit and Twitter and Facebook and word of mouth. So we'll try our best. But I'll be honest, I think we've tapped out the majority of our available players. But if we find new players, we'll bring them in. I mean, I'm surprised every day now in other leagues that I talk to. Like, I mean, one of my teammates in a different league literally was throwing a scrim because he was watching the New York Red Bulls play. So there's a lot of fans that are just out there that you just don't know. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
So yeah, we'll come back strong. We'll try to have a title defense, and I think we assume that 512 and Timbers Army and KC will be right there challenging again. So it'll be fun. In terms of the World Cup, officially a week from today, I'll be at a World Cup game. So Uruguay plays their first game in Miami against Saudi Arabia, and we'll be there. We got really good seats. We'll be on the Uruguay side too. We're hanging out with some Uruguayans that are forming a WhatsApp group. So I'm excited. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Wish I could go see the U.S. play, but they're on the other side of the country.
Shit on.
So we'll get to watch the other half of my soccer fandom, but you'll be there, so you'll be cheering for us. You'll be cheering for SGL in the stadium. So
this is true. Danger Taco, you are an SGLer.
Oh yeah, we got to get Danger Taco in here. 100%. He's got to get in here.
Austin people, stop telling me to reach out to Sunless, bro. Stop telling me to do that, bro. Why don't you do it? God damn it! All right, jokes aside.
Hey, that just means I gotta get Jorby for Steel Army then, right?
Exactly, man. Exactly, bro.
Dude, Jorby would be sick. Holy. Can you imagine Jorby casting an SGL game? My goodness.
He's got. Nah, could you imagine Jorby saying some shit and then just in the middle of the sentence you just hear me go bombaclat?
He still has my favorite all-time RLCS quote. Was it the call him Mr. Physics because he bends reality to his will or whatever? Like
his will.
That call was
Game 6 versus KC.
All right, Steel Army, let's get him in.
So
everybody find somebody famous from the Rocket League socials. We'll get him in.
All right, man. Fuck it, Luis. You know what time it is. I don't think I have to ask you this next question. You already know it. I've said it to you so many times. take it away.
Yeah, shout out everybody. It was a fantastic mini season before the World Cup. We appreciate all the teams. I think it was a great season, great mini season. The finals were both really well. There was no sweeps. It was really competitive, and obviously in the bracket reset and the premiere, and then Neo Tokyo for the championship. So shout out ECD as well. I think the most improved team in the championship over the season 10 and 10.5. So shout out to you guys. Shout out my teammates. We're champions again. I know it's we were in SGL for a while without winning things. I think it was like 5 or 6 seasons. So yeah, shout out to my teammates. Look forward to seeing everybody at the LAN in September. And yeah, go Uruguay, go the United States of America, and I will be hate watching England as well. I'm adding England to my hate watch because of their obnoxious fans. So
Hey man,
Yeah,
I just
GGs.
bought an England jersey.
yeah, but now I hate England because they're just bitching and moaning on Twitter about how we have no culture and well,
And the
our
weather.
college football fans they're going to town on them. So
Because no one cares about their shit national team, even though they have 4 Arsenal players, and I love them dearly. But that being said, congratulations to El Matador, both of the El Matador teams on winning SGL, and well played to the Cauldron and EC Defiance. Fuck the SEC. I don't want to hear that shit again, Caesar. Suck dick. Anyways, congratulations to you. Congratulations, Luis. I hope your head feels better soon. And yeah, man. You got anything else to say?
yeah, I first shout out you guys for commentating and Maz for running the stream. I'm gonna go back and watch that here in a little bit, and yeah, great time. Again, if you're going to RLCS, guys, meet up with us in September. We're gonna have a great time at the LAN, and just in general, if you fly in on Friday or Saturday or whatever, just come say hi. We'll we won't bite, you know what I mean? So yeah, I'll see you guys
bite.
later. Thanks. Yeah, well, you'll bite it. Never mind. All right, I'll see you guys later. Bye.
It's only butting if there's fun involved.
I'm disgusted, bro. He said that and then left. I was about to say, I'll bite what?
Dude, shut up.
I'll bite.
Okay,
What?
let's get this.
What
back on.
am I gonna bite?
All right, hold on.
No, I'm done.
Save
I'm
that.
not biting into this.
Oh hell no!
Save that for when we talk outside of the stream. Okay, let's do a quick
I'm
recap
getting
of the
cooked.
Smitty season. By
I'm
the
getting
way,
cooked out here.
hold on.
You are.
No,
You're done, buddy.
Alice, since you're still here, let's do a quick recap of the premiere season that we've had. I mean, it was an incredible run, as we talked about this earlier. El Matador going all the way from the top, Casey Cauldron coming in all the way from the bottom. 2 exact opposite journeys. I mean, you see that right there. The first matchup in the grand final, a big sweep from Casey Cauldron to come full circle. It's just an incredible way to round off the season, huh?
Yeah, I mean, you said it perfectly right there. The one thing that surprised me was, like, I guess, what's the word I'm looking for? So you have good surprises, and then you have the not so good surprises. The one that surprised me in maybe the not as positive way was FSD Chrome. I expected them to make it farther than they did, but I mean, then again, just with everybody, I think the level was, at a different, what's the word I'm looking for? Guys, I cannot speak English today. The level was higher than it's probably ever been in the Prem. Somebody said, so do we get to see an EM versus EMDB for a full final? I don't think you want that. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I don't think y'all want that. You got to split the teams again like you did last season in order for that to work, because otherwise, as respectfully as possible, Skyline, I don't think y'all want that smoke. But nah, jokes aside, shout out Axon Army. I do also want to give them their credits as well, because they combined both the Portland teams, and it was very, very fun to see that out there. And so yeah, I mean, huge shouts to them. Also the Rebellion as well. I forgot to shout them out as well, but much love to them. You know, it's unfortunate when you run into, like, all of these teams that I just mentioned have one thing in common except for FST Chrome. They all ran into the Cauldron except for FST Chrome. I mean, yeah, it's tough. It's tough to do anything when you run into that good of a team.
Honestly, I am just omega impressed that we managed to have. But did EM perfect sweep KC
They did.
in match 1?
They did.
To go on a run like that afterward, I think just one of the biggest accomplishments you can get out of a season like that. That's probably one of the most impressive runs I've seen. And also, I want to shout out the Rebellion for the effort that they had to put on, because they had to face the Cauldron after getting perfect swept, and that's just probably one of the worst matchups you can have in a tournament like this. I think they deserve to be here still. We just didn't get to see the full extent of them. Plus, they got a new player too, so they'll be back in time. But yeah,
And you know who I forgot to shout out? It was Wonderwall Black, playing their first season in SGL, and I mean, taking us to the brink. Game 7 in their first ever series in this league, and then unfortunately running into the brick wall that is the KC Cauldron. But, you know, shout out to them. I'm excited to see them in future seasons as well. I think that could be a very fun team to watch.
much agree on that front. I was kind of like wondering about them, that they got like the first round bye, given that it was Accent Army and you guys facing off in round 1. And I'm like, hell, they got to face 2 of the absolute top teams in the Premier to get it going to start it out. But then I saw the scoreline after the result, because I wasn't able to tune in at the time, and I'm like, wait a minute, going to game 7 against this Let's Go Dose side? Wait a minute.
See, and the crazy thing is that series against Accent Army, it was literally just Army. There was no Axe involved. It was literally just Army. Like, I was disgusted, because I was like, oh man, I'm so excited to have Hophead play, because I assumed, because there were so many people online, I assumed that there was going to be Axe players involved. No, none of them were there. It was just Army. And so I felt bad kind of throwing Hophead to the slaughter, but even then he had fun. He had fun and he did well. So yeah, shout out to him. But there was no Axe involved in that first series. It was just Army.
That wraps up the review for the Premier, but we also have to go over the championship right now. You know, we had a lot of drama at the Premier. We also had a ton at the championship. Hold on.
Can I say something really
Please.
quick before we get started? Shout out to EC Defiance. Most improved team, 100 without a doubt. I really enjoyed watching them play in that grand final just now. So huge shouts to them. They keep getting better and better.
Yeah, I would not be surprised if they eventually win a championship, but before we continue on too much further, Skyline, what are you doing? Skyline,
Bombo
what are you
Clyde.
doing? No one asked you for this.
Dude, like,
10,000 bits yet again.
10 Thou Wow.
Oh,
Like Lil Bow Wow.
my
he got
God.
me speaking like David Bombo Class.
You know what? I'm
I
enjoying
feel
it.
like I'm Gucci Mane in 2006.
I'm dropping it as well.
It's deserved. I can't
Nah,
believe
you're
this dude's
so
still
lucky
dropping.
you banned me from using soundboards. You are so lucky.
And you know exactly why we did that.
Yeah.
Can we
Yeah.
back on track in the championship? I mean, you know, EM Dallas Bird made it all the way up to the top, just like El Matador in the Premier. They didn't need 2 matchups though. EC Defiance also had a good run up there in the upper final. You know what? They lost 4-1 in the upper final, but they took it a 6 in the grand final. That in itself is a sign of improvement for them. But I mean, let's
Very
talk
well
about.
could have been 7.
I'm sorry.
It very well could have been 7 as
It
well.
could have been 7, absolutely. But before we go over into the latter stages of this, I mean, let's look at another brand new team coming in, Wonderwall Blue, again from Minnesota United. And these guys put up a big impression as well, going 3-0 up against EC Defiance before getting reverse swept and putting you guys in trouble as well in Steel Army. I mean, yeah, it's a 4-0, but it's not like it was an easy 4-0 for you guys, right?
It definitely caused a lot of pressure on us. But I think also us having experience versus Doughboy didn't help them in some aspects. But they definitely knew how to throw some curveballs at us. Especially when you mentioned the way they threw the curveballs at ECD. I was very shocked whenever they went up 3-0. I was like, I feel like this ECD team should not be losing this right now. The next thing you know, they just reverse swept.
Absolutely. And you know what? I mean, shout out to the rest of the teams as well. It's kind of unfortunate that Frontera Azul had as many struggles as they did this season. They got a really tough matchup against EM Downsburg. And, without K Doughboy, who joined Wonderwall Blue, I mean, they just didn't have a replacement for him, and they really struggled. Even against EC Eternal, who really improved this season, thanks to the inclusion of Das in their roster this season, as well as how much everyone else has improved in their team. But we got to talk about them too. I know all the focus has been on EC Defiance, but EC Eternal has improved as well, finishing in 3rd place. What a season for them as well.
Oh my gosh, yeah. I was wondering about Das whenever he came in, because I'm like, on paper, this is like a roster-changing move. Then like the first time you have him come out, you just sort of look at the result and you're going, they just haven't like gotten the swing of things. And that assessment was exactly what happened with this ECE team, because they nearly had like the run of a lifetime as well. They nearly had the Cauldron run back with everything going on. That was definitely a big improvement. I've even noticed improvements, like Deep Sea looks like an even newer player than he already was. Looks fast as ever before, constantly getting boost grabs. Difo honestly looks like he's been getting better too. Like sometimes you look at the rotations they got, and maybe you can get it over like a Difo a bit. It looked like he was struggling to adapt, but no, he's definitely been improving and adapting well to the landscape that he's in right now. And then just rounding it out with mostly Huskies and Philosophy Girl. That's a solid roster for the championship.
Oh, absolutely. And you know what? We had a massive surprise in the premiere with Frontera Chrome getting knocked out early in the championship. That has to go to Steel Army, finishing in 4th place. With a lot of people expecting you guys to be at least in the grand final. I mean, that is an absolute kick up the backside for your team, isn't it, Devin? And how are you guys going to respond to that for season 11?
Just win. Silly goose.
Fuck,
all you gotta do.
Again?
Okay, not intentional on that end, but
The way you say goose, it sounded like Baltimore.
I guess I am close enough.
We also got to talk about Los Verdes. I mean, still winless, not just in terms of matches, but also in terms of games. 1.5 seasons without a single game win, but they got so close. They took Wonderwall Blue to overtime in their 5th, 6th place playoff match. But they couldn't seal the deal at the end. They're getting closer and closer, though. I mean, if we got to talk about teams improving in the championship, we got to shout out Los Verdes as well, right? Because they have looked so much better than they have in the past. It's just a shame that they're dealing with everyone else who's getting better as well.
I mean, that's always like the biggest struggle to encounter, like in leagues and competition like that. Like you're constantly comparing yourself up against your most recent best, because that's how you're going to judge your performance. But also, the progress isn't linear to the point where other people's progress is the same level as yours. It's just going to be different. It could be less than your improvement, or it could be more than your improvement. So Los Verdes constantly have to go up against that battle of, all right, are we improving enough to match up with these other teams? And, you know, to go up against these other teams, they may need to just, like, lock Mace in his basement or wherever he plays the game and just be like, all right, you need to be in every series, because I swear the team looked different every time with Mace on the field.
Yep.
Yeah, I just, if we get a consistent trio at that Los Verdes side, I feel like the game win is coming.
Absolutely agreed. Absolutely agreed. Oh, man, but that about wraps it up for season 10.5, guys. What a season we have had. You know, I was kind of wondering if people were even going to play games, but they did. And it was incredible to see everyone turn up and get involved. We started off with El Matador versus KC Cauldron. We ended it up with this matchup, EF Dallasburg versus EC Defiance. Before we wrap this up, any final thoughts from both of you guys?
Else you can go first.
The only thing I really got to say is shout out to everybody who keeps this thing going. All the players, all the commentators, because I'll be real, I didn't do anything until today. And then, obviously, Maz, you know, admin who works behind the scenes, referees. We got our donors. We got Skyline. That's basically it. We got Skyline. No, I'm kidding. We got Green Mario, Flash, because I can't read the rest of that name. But not because it's bad, I just can't see the rest of it. But no, yeah. Much love to everybody who keeps this thing going. All the teams who, you know, continue to sign up and show up every week. Yeah, that's really all I got. Just shout out to everybody.
I'm pretty much gonna be echoing some of the similar sentiments. I'm just glad you guys keep coming back for every season, because every time I'm almost like convinced that sometimes like things just aren't gonna work out for a season. Y'all just pull through and just prove me wrong, and I'm happy as you guys do, because you make it so worth putting on the productions every time, whether it be for the podcast or for just being in the booth or talking through things with Maz to help the league out. It keeps the inspiration going. And I'm glad y'all are doing so much for this league that we can actually pull off in-person stuff this season, something I never thought was actually possible. So just keep dreaming big, everybody, because then we could do stuff like this.
To cap it all off with a, you know, LAD coming up this year, I think it says a lot about how far we've come as a community and how powerful, you know, video games can be to bring people together, you know, not just in the sense of creating a community on its own, but also reinforcing other communities. I mean, we're a soccer community here, you know, we all love soccer first and foremost, and through video games, and especially Rocket League, which is a terrific esport, you know, we are able to come together and make something special and reinforce our fandom too. And it's so great to see everyone come here, you know, hang out, meet each other IRL, reinforce their fandom, get into soccer fandom as well. I mean, you know, we've seen people who have been able to keep this going, you know, through COVID and through times when, you know, think of San Diego. I mean, they had the San Diego Loyal. They lost their team. SGL was the reason some of these guys have been able to keep up their fandom. And now with San Diego FC, they're back. They're into it. They're thriving. You know, as much as it sucks to lose out on the Loyal, SGL kept that fandom going for them, you know? And then you have people who are coming in who are not really following soccer that much, but just keeping up. Now they're really into it. You know, shout out Serrano for that. And then there are people who take their fandom to the next level, who get really involved with the supporters groups and who start playing a bigger part, you know? And it's just great to see how much of an impact SGL has on people and their soccer fandom. And you know what? I hope we can keep this going, because I believe in the vision and I want it to keep going. I wouldn't be doing this otherwise.
Well said to cap it all off. And well said to cap off just the season in general. We've got through season 10.5. Appreciate you all being here.
Oh,
hope y'all enjoy the World Cup. Oh, yeah, go for it.
Can we show off the champions once again?
Oh, go for it.
So, in the chat, we got EF Dallasburg, these 6 players. Posey, Playboy Farty, Anomaly, Gnostics, Kiwi, and Skyline. Congratulations to you all. You are the champions in the championship division for season 10.5. I think all of you have won your second championship because I think they won the first one with El Matador in season 8 when they had that big team. So your second championship, congratulations to you all. But that's not it. We also have the premier champions in El Matador. And you know what? FC Dallas dominating SGL in both the Premier and the Championship. Luis, Caesar, Huey, Wicca, and Koof, congratulations to you all for winning the Premier in Season 10.5. Great season all around, all things considered. Well done to everyone for all their accomplishments. And you know what? That does it for season 10.5. For those of you who stuck around after the matchups, thank you all for hanging out with us. Shout out Skyline once again for the massive donations and the gift subs, by the way. Shout out to everyone who followed the stream as well. You know, I don't really bring up followers that much, but for those of you coming in and following us, much love to all of you. We hope you guys can come back and follow along with the streams as they pop up for future seasons. Of course, we're not only on Twitch, we're also on YouTube. If you want to catch our past VODs, if you want to catch clip compilations, past SGL podcast episodes, they're all on YouTube. We're looking to expand that and get more into it, but for now, that's what we have on offer. And then we also have our Twitter, or X for some of you who prefer to refer to that, and Blue Sky profiles to keep track of the seasons as they go along. Not so active nowadays, but we still keep them going from time to time. Shout out Devin for that. And yeah, we will keep this going. Last but not least, the SGL LAN, first ever. Come hang out with us. GG Easy Gaming Cafe, Plano, Texas, September 17th. Love to see you all right there. Skyline saying, love you lads. Let's watch a match together and stream. Absolutely. I would be down for that, especially with the World Cup starting next week. But for now, we're done with SGL. It's time for the World Cup. Let's shift our focus onto soccer at the world stage. Let's have some fun over there, everyone. We will see you guys for Season 11 in a few months. Thank you all for playing, watching, and helping out behind the scenes as well. We will catch you all next time, whenever that comes. Take care, and peace!
Hell yeah.